April 23rd, 2025. We're coming live. Good morning. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Carmen, how are you doing?
I'm good. Hi. Oh, gee.
Oh, yeah.
That's how it's going to be today.
No.
Son of a gun. I'm so tired.
Wouldn't you think there was something wrong if we were like, oh, okay, good, Carmen. Nice to hear from you.
Hey, you sound happy.
Yeah.
It's,
You do sound happy.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. If you went, I'm fine, we'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, what's terrible, whatever. But if you're in a good mood, then we I'm Carmen, everybody. No winning. There's no winning.
I know. I'm very aware of this.
So funny is I was thinking about all this morning. I was thinking about how much we used to torture Carmen this morning.
Yeah.
Carmen
Used to.
That's what you dream about?
No. I almost felt guilty about it.
You should.
You having to weigh in before you were allowed to come in the studio.
I think that helped her out in future
in her young
endeavors.
years.
Yeah. She learned some valuable lessons.
Yes, save all audio for future lawsuits.
The good news is if you ever had a lawsuit, we just all gang up on you and say you were crazy, you should drink at work.
Yeah.
You used to make me, but okay. There's a big difference.
Whatever.
I know. Listen, It's okay. I love it here.
Glad to have you, Carmen.
Thanks.
In fact, you take over the show today.
Wait a minute.
all
No.
Wouldn't that be nice?
No. Absolutely not. I got to take over the after show today.
Oh.
You do?
What's up with Johnny B?
Well, he
Did he break his B?
No, he has some doctor's appointment that he can't reschedule, and it's a really long one. So by taking over, I mean we are taking it back and bringing you replays.
Old school.
So you will hear this at 10:04.
Let's screw Carmen today. Let's do nothing worth replaying on the show today. Stand by for first sip of coffee.
Wait.
Strong 8.5 out of 10.
I
Strong
had-
8.5, Gio.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I haven't had
Make it.
All right.
I haven't had coffee since the cruise.
Why?
The cruise coffee was just gross.
Yes.
And it turned me off.
Yeah.
And then from there, I was just like, let's just not drink it. And then I just haven't been drinking it.
I will say I'm down 50% less coffee a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been drinking Gatorade Zero.
Purposely or
Yeah,
just,
kind of like Carmen. It kind of just wore off a little bit.
Yeah,
But
I hope they don't come out with something against Gatorade Zero because it is good.
It's good, and it's got no sugar in it, and it's
Right.
good. I don't know. It used to be part of my routine to go to the Starbucks. Now I just now I get annoyed by going because the service is so slow over there now. I hate to pile up on those people, but something's going on at that store where it's just insane.
Something's going on at all the stores.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's slow. It's horrible. We should just cut it out entirely.
No, let's not get crazy.
No.
Let's not get crazy, Gio. I don't know. None of us are in this position, because we're all like in relationships, if not married. I don't know that how I would communicate with women if I was single and dating after watching that Shannon Sharp stuff yesterday. I mean, like, everything you do is going to come back to bite you in the ass.
Yeah.
Everybody's recording you. Every text can be taken out of context. Don't get me wrong. Shannon Sharp seems like an asshole to me and probably is guilty of everything he said. I'm not defending him. It's just, how do you defend yourself against it? Like, how do you go to a girl and go, oh, yeah, no, I'll text you, but it's got to go on this one that vanishes right away, or this one that can't be traced, or this one. That's impossible. So I don't know how all of that stuff, any text that you read out of context is going to make you look awful. The amount of violence my wife speaks to my children and has since they were little is unbelievable. Woman has never laid a single finger on any of those kids. I have hit my son a couple of times. I regret every time I ever put my hand on him. When he was little, I gave him a bunch of smacks in the butt, a couple of biffs in the head. But my wife has never laid a finger on those kids, but talks to them as if they are in war together. You do that again, and I will pick this up and smash your head with it. I will punch you in the face, Joey, if you do that again. Never touch it. And there's no threat of that. They know it's never going to happen.
Digital imprint.
Yeah. But you put that in a text.
Yep.
Even now, if I say you do this, I swear, Gio, if you do this, I'm going to kill you. Well, now I've just threatened you. Now I've just committed a crime. I don't know how it's. I the other day I was all jealous of people who get to date. Now I'm like, you guys got it even worse.
When we were kids, our parents never hit us or anything. My mom used to do this.
Snap
the finger or whatever, and we'd all like stand at attention.
My mom,
we're dogs. We'd be like, what happened?
My mom would hit me and my brother hard, but I mean, it was just futile. She would punch us and hurt her hand, and all we had to do was just turn when we saw it coming, and it hit the back of our head. Or
Did you get a wooden spoon, Michael?
Nah, wooden spoon was more my grandmother kind of thing.
Spoon, yeah.
We had an old lady that was a babysitter that wooden spooned us, and I was like, "You can't wooden spoon us. You're not related to us."
First time the wooden spoon breaks, so they never go back to the wooden spoon. So yeah, I've been hit with a ladle before. My great grandmother hit me with a ladle.
I was hit with a belt. And the buckle, the part that goes into the hole, stuck in my leg. And I was like, "You're in so much trouble." It was a babysitter. I go, "You're in so much trouble."
I remember one time my mother grabbed the belt and me and my brother, she grabbed it and she flushed it with it. We were like, "What are you going to do with that?" They can't even hold it.
I say, do you remember the last time your parents tried to like spank you? Like I specifically remember my mom tried to and I probably was like 10 or 11, and I remember I was laughing because she just didn't have it. She didn't have enough anymore.
One of the greatest situations like that is Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah.
Lou Ferrigno in Pumping Iron, he talks about how, as he got bigger, because he's 6'5", 6'6", and bodybuilder, so he's already huge and then huger. But he said his dad got super mad at him and was like punch him and stuff, and he goes, "I just covered up." He goes, and I was just like laughing. He was like, "All right, that's not going to do anything."
You get to a point where mom just doesn't have enough to affect you anymore. I remember laughing.
It was like Mike Tyson against Jake Paul.
Yeah, for real.
Like, all right.
I left my cup, my baseball, my athletic supporter in the bathroom after I took a shower. My mother got mad at something and she took it and hit me with it. And I'm like, that's gross, kind of. And then she was hitting me with it, and I was laughing because she was hitting me with a groin. You know what I mean? And she realized I was laughing as she was hitting me, and that was probably the last time.
I've said before, my stepdad threw things at me all the time. He threw a fan at me one time.
That's crazy.
He picked up a cat box and threw it at me one time.
My stepdad was 5'3",
Oh,
and so by like 7th grade, I was looking down on him already.
And you were playing sports and stuff.
Right. So, and plus he was my stepdad, and my dad lived like a mile away from us. So he would just get so mad and
David will come over.
and so red because he knew he couldn't do anything.
5'3"'s got to be the worst.
Yeah, we tortured him. But he was like a bodybuilder, so he was jacked. You know what I mean? But he was still 5'3".
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of those. I can't be taller. I'll be wider.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. That's another thing. Like, I think I get along with other people's kids great. Other people's teenagers, no. Like, most of my wife that has my friends, my wife's, how you doing? Most of my wife's friends that have kids I love, teenagers I can't stand. I don't want to be around them. I don't like them.
Oh my God, they all mumble.
Yeah.
They don't look you in the eye, and they do not answer questions like at all. It is so hard to get any information out of them. Juliana is different because she's so mean. So I don't ever call Juliana. I never go, "What's up, sweetheart?" I always go, "What's up, jerkface?" Like that's the kind of that. But then it's rubbing off. She gets in the car and she goes, "Hey, did you see that fat kid I was talking to?" He was telling me. I go, "Let's maybe not call him the fat kid." And she goes, "Well, whatever." I go, "What's his name?" And she told me, "I go, call him by his name." So,
but you normalized the insults.
Right. Yeah.
By the way,
she wasn't trying to insult the kid. She was trying to point out you see the kid.
You've created this.
By the way, you know who else does that? Soft shoulders at work. Like, we don't do that all the time.
Exactly. Every kid on her volleyball team has nicknames. No Bones, Lithgow.
Yeah. My wife used to work with this lady we called Bird Bones.
Oh man.
I want to go to game just so I can point out Lithgow.
You won't have to point her out.
I know. I feel like I'll know within the first 30
genius.
seconds.
It makes my wife so mad when she goes, "This girl did this." I go, "Which one's that?" She goes, "Lithgow." She has to give in. And
You got to spike that ball, Lithgow.
Jesus, Lithgow, it's just a game.
I don't know if any of them listen to the show.
No.
Would you know that your kid was Lithgow?
I mean,
probably.
Once it gets pointed out, I think I would know.
Oh, now I'm going to have parents come up to me going, "Is my kid Lithgow?"
Well, it's just like Pete Face. If you got a call, you have Pete Face.
Pete Face. Listen, Pete Face is out the window since the cruise. Out the window. He's, I don't know what magic beans he found.
He got off the app.
Right.
He didn't find those girls on the app.
That's right.
Pete IRL is completely different
Yeah.
than Pete on the app.
Yes.
Pete IRL is in Fuego right now.
Pete Face is, I think, specific to the apps.
Does the mother-daughter live with him now, or what's
No,
going
no,
on?
no. Oh no, we're moved on past
Way
the mother
past
daughter.
that?
yeah,
Yeah.
but still, yeah, it's the apps. He got away from the apps.
Yeah.
Pete in real life is something else, man. I don't know. We're going down to Hollywood this weekend. Kind of looking forward to seeing Pearl Jam. I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing Pearl Jam. I'm not looking forward to the whole rigmarole of going down to Hollywood and
Why?
I don't know.
It's not that far. It's
no,
easy.
it's not the drive. It's just like I wish to God I could just be like, well, I'm going to the Amalie Arena on Saturday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just
And
make
you're
it,
not driving, right?
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Getting dropped off right at the front door.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Carmen,
no,
do you
no.
know how hard it is to get in the
No.
back of a Sprinter?
No,
And have
no.
a man drive you around and
And
pull
just-
you, literally pull you up to the front door.
Yeah.
No,
Take a nap the whole time.
No, Pete
Tough.
and I are driving.
Tough.
Pete and I are driving, and I'm saying that I it's still 4 hours to get there and 4 hours to come back, and then
You probably shouldn't go.
we're going there on Friday, and the concert is until Saturday.
Saturday night?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
I mean, what are you gonna do at the beautiful casino?
that's
and
part of the
resort?
problem.
Hey.
Like,
That's
oh,
part of the
man,
problem.
what are we gonna do here?
Oh.
Are we gonna have nice meals and be able to hang out by the pool if we went to, or
I mean,
gamble?
we
and,
do have council
right?
oak reservations for
Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah.
It's a torturous life, really.
And they probably don't have your knife down there.
oh, that's true. I'm
Oh
at the
my
event.
God.
A commoner's knife.
Oh, I don't know who
Yeah.
had this knife before me. It's not in the display case.
Oh, my
Maybe they could ship yours from here down there.
I do have my knife that said Cowhead, the old one. Maybe I'll take that with me.
There you go.
Just put that on the table.
See if Tom can drive the knife down.
Hey, boss, I got your knife.
You want me to cut it and chew it for you and spit it in your mouth like a baby bird?
Carmen, you want to hear how rich I am?
Yes.
In order to stay in the Hard Rock, it requires a 2-night stay.
Oh, I
Right.
already know this is going.
Yeah.
How much is that night?
Oh.
Oh, it's easy. Like, I would say 900 each night.
1,200.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Pete and I are sharing a room.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, there's no
but-
way I'm
oh,
paying
You are not that rich.
$2,500 for a room to go see Pearl Jam.
You're leaving Friday?
Yeah.
I was going to say, I thought you got 2 nights and only going to stay one.
No, no. No, I was joking.
Yeah.
Because Carmen's always like, oh, you should throw some money. I didn't even want to spend the one night, let alone the 2 nights.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's expensive.
You know why they charge that much, though, right?
to keep you there at the casino.
Because they can.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because they know
That's
you're going to pay it.
unbelievable to me. And whenever you see people and you're like, you have a family of 6 and you're
Yeah.
staying here, like, you must be the richest man in the world.
This is my favorite thing. When you book it, they go, do you want, they have the building that's the big guitar.
Yeah.
Do you want to stay in the guitar?
Mm.
I care. I don't want to stay. I'm going to be inside. I'm not going to be able to see it. I don't care what it looks like on the
And
outside.
I want to see it, so I
Yeah.
want to be in a room where I like a view of it.
Yeah.
You
Because
know,
it is pretty cool.
you know what I say to them? What's closest to the casino?
That's the other thing.
Can I stay in the casino? Can I sleep under a blackjack table?
You going down to the hockey game?
I don't think so.
No?
I think it's too much on Saturday
Yeah.
to do both.
It's 1 o'clock.
Yeah, but you're forgetting I'm old.
Oh.
Couldn't even stay awake for the game
Yeah,
last
when is
night.
he going
Barely-
to take a nap?
You barely want to go down to the Hard Rock.
I do want to go. It's just, just complaining. Just complaining. I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to having a good weekend with Petey Weedy. It'll be fun. We haven't had an old school gambling weekend since, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, right?
Well, your son was going to go originally, wasn't he?
Well, so here's the deal. Pete got the tickets, and my wife bought up one of the tickets for me for Christmas. And then Pete had something for work that he had to go out of town, so I was going to take Joey. And then Pete's like, nope, my trip got canceled. Joey's out. So
Pete back in.
Pete back in. Because it's technically his ticket anyway.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
yeah. So I'm trying to see if I can get Pete to pay me for half the room in cash so that I can use that as gambling money and
Right.
not tell my wife about it.
I was going to say, how much money is she allotting you to take down there?
I think she's letting me keep whatever I came home with on the cruise.
I'm saying, I'm putting this out there right
Yeah.
now. This is should be the statement. Anytime you're traveling anywhere to go to a casino, at least $5,000.
$5,000.
Yeah.
Listen to me. It's very much like having weight loss surgery, being married to Amanda. I need to have a governor at all time. I need to have somebody to watch and make sure I don't spend $5,000 every time I go away on the weekend.
But
I
how many times are you going away to a casino on the weekend and going? You know what I mean? Like
If she was there, I
it
think it would be a
happens.
different
It
story.
happens to be back to back because it's like cruise and then it's this trip, whatever.
Right.
But I mean, the rest of the year. When was the last time you went somewhere where you were going to a casino, unless you were going just to Hard Rock right here.
Plus,
you know what I mean?
Part of
Right.
the gift. This is a gift that you
But
got for you.
Well, you
But you
guys
guys-
stick around after the show.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm on Amanda's side because you guys are forgetting the frivolous spending that Mike is going to do in between gambling.
She's right about that.
He'll show up-
Not just this weekend, but like during the week.
Right,
by
he'll
the way,
show up and have like 10 Amazon packages at the house before he even gets home.
By the
You know
way,
what I mean?
Carmen, you are someone that should not be talking about gambling because somebody pointed out whenever I posted my first win, Carmen should have taken your thing. I said, instead of giving you the $150, let me take $150 and play blackjack
Oh,
for you,
yeah.
and you get the winnings. You would have
You're cleaned up.
quadrupled your money.
I know. Listen, I'm not a gambling person.
Yeah,
so
well.
that's,
If you don't play, you can't win.
yeah.
That's the other thing is that Joey got to gamble when we were on the cruise. 'Cause
Yeah.
he's 18 and he's got the bug now. So if we would have been down in the Hard Rock where he can't gamble, it would have
Yeah.
been a little bit of a pain in the ass for him.
Yeah, can't even be on the floor.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, really?
So- I
Oh
think you
yeah,
were
you're not allowed to
stressed.
be if you're under 21. You're not allowed to be in the casino
Yeah.
on the
Now-
floor.
What is that rule? Because you can't drink? So
No, it's the gambling age, but
Yeah.
I don't know why that would apply on the Seminole grounds. Like I don't know why you don't want to encourage young people, but
Right, but that's theirs.
that's their rule.
Yeah.
You know, and that's probably part of hey, we're putting a casino in. We're going to be the only ones, but we'll also make it so it's 21 and up.
Yeah.
You know,
Is
that
Vegas
kind of
21 and up?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. I think
that just seems weird that that's the age to gamble. You know what I mean? 16 to drive, 18 you're legally adult.
They also want you to
But-
be in there drinking as well.
right,
Right.
yeah.
Which is part of it.
you're taking up some space there. Yeah.
They could be, they want to sell alcohol.
Which
I'm wondering what their percentage of gambling towards to alcohol sales are. You know what I
well,
mean?
gambling
You're
kills
making all your
everything.
money.
Yeah, they're
Right.
making a ton of money off of gambling. They're making a ton of money off slots. They're making a ton of money off of ATM machine fees. They make so much money off that. It's crazy. Charges on your credit card.
I don't
But
know how
also-
the government doesn't look at that and go, we should probably open a couple more of these.
Yeah.
we should really change the rules.
But also, I don't know how many places do free drinks while you're gambling. Most places
casinos.
did, but I think they
Yeah.
changed that quite a bit.
Like
Whatever.
in Vegas?
Yeah,
They used
I
to
don't drink really whenever I'm playing, but it used to be like
Yeah.
it was super encouraged. I remember going to Biloxi all the time, and like, you walk
Yeah.
in the door, and they'd be like, "Here's a drink. What do you need?" Da da da.
Yeah.
You know.
The times I went to Vegas, it took so long for the server to come back that I went to the bar in between and got a drink
Well,
to
and
myself.
that's the other thing too.
They're
you know,
slow.
all the little tricks that you have and stuff, whatever. is Just go up to the bar and sit there and play one of the video poker things, whatever. You get free drinks while you're playing, so you can just
Yeah.
sit there and drink, you know, and just play 25 cent.
Right.
Man, now I'm ready to gamble.
Yeah, let's
You
go.
put it in my blood, Goblin.
Yeah.
I wonder if
$5,000.
they still have that casino boat out of Newport Richie that
I
goes
don't
up to the
know.
thing.
The barnacle barge.
Yeah, because I
Oh,
think
yeah.
you could have been that was international waters. So you
Problem with
could vote.
that though is that it stinks. That diesel fuel smells so
Yeah.
bad. You're nauseous the minute you go out on that thing.
I don't even know if they still have it.
I don't think they do.
Yeah. They
had
Didn't
one
one
that used to-
crash?
One used to go out of John's Pass.
That was the one I used to go
Empress.
on. I've been on that with you a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Well, the one that used to go out right there by the Port Richie Hooters was where the casino boat would go out.
So back in the day, they'd go. If you did a gig for 2 hours, you got like $500, and they'd go. If you go out on the casino boat, it's 5 hours, and you go, well, shouldn't I get $1,000? And they'd go, no, it's $500. You get to eat at the buffet, take it or leave it. And I used to leave it. I'd go, I'm not going out on that thing, man. Be out for 5 hours on the boat, just stuck off at John's Pass, sucking down diesel fuels.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. The good thing is, after we did it for a while when I was younger, we used to bring our own food on there. We made friends with the cooks, and then we'd bring like lobsters and stuff, and they'd cook. And then one time we brought because all they wanted us to do was host a bikini contest. So what we do is we'd go on the ship, go back in the like little green room area that they had for us, and we'd bring our Nintendo. We'd hook it up to the TV, and we'd just play Nintendo. We'd play old school Madden until it was time to do the bikini contest. Which, believe it or not, got pretty racy on a Sunday night on a cruise ship out of John's Pass.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
Well, those things you can make pretty good money if you do the circuit of the bikini
Oh,
contest.
but this was just like drunk and slutty one.
Right, but I'm saying like during spring break and stuff, like
Yeah.
down in Sarasota, I don't know if they still do it, but there used to be like a group of like 3 bars that would do it, and they would do it one after another. So all the girls would go to all of them.
Right.
And of course,
Oh yeah.
all the top 3 won all 3 of them.
I don't know how much money the girls are making, but I can tell you before there were cell phones with video and everything, Panama City, good Lord, they would be dirty.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
it was
Clearwater Beach as well.
It wasn't a wet T-shirt contest. It was a look what I can
It
do
was
contest.
tiny
You know?
bit- yeah.
Whoa.
Wait, what?
I almost, no.
okay.
I almost said
Yes. Okay.
tiny something else contest, whatever. Let's stop talking.
It was a lot.
Now I want to gamble and go to a wet T-shirt.
Yeah.
contest. This show is off the rails today.
You can gamble on Friday.
Yeah, I know. Listen, I'm sure I'm going to come back Monday and be like, "Woohoo, had a great time." You know.
I mean, obviously the goal is to go with $200 and turn that into 20 grand, but
Yeah.
yeah. Sometimes you need reinforcements.
My wife also yesterday. We got to talk about this as a show. Is vacation.
Mhm.
She's planning vacation sometime before the fall, before the kids go back to school. So we need to all get on the same page with that. But then she drops on me yesterday. She's like, I found this cruise. It goes here, and we're going to leave on this date, and we come back August 9th, right before the kids go back to school. I go, yeah. I go, that's perfect. We have nothing going on. I'm in, And she's like, the only problem with that is in July, we're at the beach in Sarasota. I go, well, I can't take off a week every month. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
just picking it. And so I think what's going to happen is that for a week, this is going to stink. But for a week, we may have to do the show out of the studio.
Oh,
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
When you say we, who is we?
Yeah.
can I still
All
come
of
here?
us.
You're going to drive from Sarasota to the station?
Well,
or
that's
what?
usually what I do when we stay down there. Because when we worked from the station and we stayed in Sarasota, I would just get up every morning from like on Anna Maria and just drive into. It's the same. It's about the same distance from here.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I didn't like it either.
Yeah.
I wasn't
I
a
don't
fan.
like it.
I wasn't a fan.
Can I come here? Where you?
No, you can't. You can't stay here in my house.
I'm going to broadcast from the blackjack table.
Oh,
I don't know who.
this is horrible news.
Who knows? Whatever. She comes up with a million ideas. Last week we were going to Japan. We were picking dates. Now nobody can come together on
Yeah.
dates. So I don't even know.
I thought you were going to Switzerland.
No, I wanted to go to Switzerland for Christmas last year.
Oh,
I'll tell you what the truth is there.
definitely.
My wife is worried that her parents are old and she doesn't know how many Christmases she has left. So she doesn't
Right,
want to leave
yeah.
them for Christmas.
I get it.
So yeah, in the meantime, I'm stuck here.
Right.
And I want to go to Switzerland, but I'm in Lutz. Not quite the same. They both got Z's, but it's definitely different.
You can't take the parents with you.
No, not to Switzerland. They're too old. They're
That's
too
true.
slow.
They can't survive the trip.
Yeah, I mean, I love them. I love hanging out with
Sounds like
The
it.
airport alone might kill him.
them. Yeah.
That's a lot.
The airport in Japan was pretty intense because you had to, trying to figure out where you're going and you can't read anything is pretty fun. So I don't know that I want to bring on 2 80-year-olds with me.
Right.
All right, let's take a break and get this show going this morning. It's Wednesday. Galvin is a brand new open letter.
I do.
Disappointing start to the Tampa Bay Lightning Panthers series.
Talk about that.
We'll get into it all, and we'll talk more about the Shannon Sharp stuff. We'll get into it in news. We've got Sporkle. Carmen will tell you what we have to give away. We'll do that next. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Boone. All right, well, Carmen, what do we have to give away today?
Okay, so we have tickets for Colin Quinn,
Uh-huh.
Baby Metal,
Yeah.
Chris
I
Brown,
feel like Baby Metal's been there for a long time.
a couple weeks.
I mean, come on. Let's wrap it up already, Baby Metal.
It's going to be toddler metal by the
Yeah.
time they get around.
Kesha,
Uh-huh.
Blink 182.
I feel like also Baby Metal and Kesha could go together.
Sure.
That'd be a good show.
Really?
Yeah. Blink 182. That seems to be more people would be clamoring for that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nah, old
Yeah.
people rock.
Right. Thomas Rhett
Uh-huh.
and Ice Cube.
I don't know who Thomas Rhett. I know he's a country guy.
Yes.
And Ice Cube. Yeah. All right, Carmen. We've got those things to give away. We're going to do that right now with a little bit of Sporkle. Here we go. Carmen is the keeper of Sporkle. Pap is your judge and scorekeeper. Gio won yesterday, doubled my score, eliminating the rule.
Yeah.
We're
Rules.
starting fresh right now. Gio is on a 1-game roll. Carmen, what are we playing today?
All right, today we're going to be playing Easy A Vocabulary. I'm going to give you the definition. You're going to give me the words that begin with A.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Your first one, the gaseous envelope surrounding the Earth, the air.
Atmosphere.
Geo. A person trained for or engaged.
Astronaut.
What'd you say, Geo?
Astronaut.
Yes. Space flight. Geo. A murderer, especially one who kills politically important individuals. Geo.
What's going on?
I'm not really sure.
What's happening?
On fire. A white crystalline substance, often purchased in tablet form.
Alkaline.
What'd you say, Geo?
Aspirin.
Alka-Seltzer.
Aspirin. Produced by humans.
Air. Nope.
Produced by humans. Artificial.
Oh.
A grayish white element forming various poisonous compounds.
Arsenic.
Geo.
Who are you?
The hollow under the arm at the
Armpit.
shoulder. Geo. A burrowing nocturnal
Aardvark.
mammal
I know who this. Damn it.
possessing strong claws and protective covering of bony plates.
Armadillo.
Mike
Yay.
Calta. A cold-blooded vertebrate such as a frog, toad,
Amphibian.
Geo. A small herring-like fish found in the Mediterranean Sea, often preserved
Anchovy.
in oil. Galvin. One of a class of spiritual beings attendant upon God.
Apostle.
What is it again?
One of a class of spiritual beings attendant upon God.
Apparition?
I don't know.
Angel
Oh.
is what I was looking for. To reduce to utter ruin or non-existence.
Jesus, Gio.
Geo and Pap, we are halfway there.
Galvin and Michael are both on the board. They have a single point, and Geo is your leader right now. He's winning with 8.
What upside down world is this?
Here goes the comeback.
All right, we're doing easy A vocabulary. Your next one, without any known name.
Anonymous.
Mike. Supplementary material at the end of a book.
Annex.
Afterward.
Amendment.
Appendix
That's what I
is
meant.
what I was looking for. A round red, yellow, or green fruit.
Apple.
Geo? Your next one. The scientific study of prehistory
Architecture.
and,
No. Idiot.
and history through the analysis of evacuated artifacts.
Archaeology.
Yeah.
Mike? To leave completely, to forsake utterly, to desert.
Abandon.
Mike? A school or college.
Academy.
Galvin? An inflammation of the glands, characterized by pimples on the face,
Acne.
back. Galvin? An exciting or very unusual experience or venture. An exciting or very unusual experience or venture.
Adventure. Oh!
Oh.
What is it?
Adventure. Adventure.
Oh.
You can't say adventure and it be
it was
adventure.
venture. It was venture, not
I said
adventure.
venture.
Oh,
It
that's-
was adventure.
That's a poorly written one.
Yeah, well.
Point Galvin.
I did not write it.
No, I'm not blaming you.
Your next one. An abnormal reaction of the body to external stimuli, manifested by itchy eyes, runny nose, skin
Allergy.
rash.
Jesus, I couldn't think of the word.
Galvin and Pap,
Oh, man.
Uh-oh.
we are on the last 3.
Michael has 4 points on the board. Galvin ahead by 1 there with 5. And Geo is your leader. He's winning with 9.
Oh, shut the door.
My gosh.
All right.
Got this? You got this?
Easy A vocabulary. Last 3. Here we go. A person with pale pink light.
Albino.
Galvin. The letters of a language.
Alphabet.
Geo. Thought you were done playing. And your last one.
I got this.
A silver white metallic element.
Aluminum.
Light.
It's pronounced aluminon.
Your final score, Michael with 6 points on the board, Galvin ahead by 2 with 6, and Gio is your triumphant champion today. He won with 11.
2 in a row.
Am I crazy? Or did you say you had 6 and then I was ahead by 2 with 6?
No, he had 8.
I had myself down for 10 as well.
No, Galvin, you were ahead of Mike by 2. He had 4, you had 6.
Yes.
I had 10. You said 11.
No, you had 11.
I thought he said you had 6 and then he goes and Galvin was ahead by 2 with 6.
Gio, congratulations.
Thank you. Eat a W, everybody.
Pick a line.
Line 5.
Line 5. Good morning. Who's this? Oh, wow.
I couldn't
it.
believe it.
They did
Line
not
5's ringing
believe.
again. You want that?
Yes.
All right. Good morning. Who is this?
This is Adam.
Adam, you're the winner. I'm going to put you on hold. Carmen will grab you during the break, and we'll hook you up with the prize thanks to Gio.
Sweet.
All right. Hold on. Adam's on line 5.
Streak. I'm on a streak.
Yeah.
You
That
were
is a streak.
officially on a streak.
Officially a streak.
Yeah. Congratulations to you.
Thank
I
you.
don't like it at all. You came out of the gate on fire today.
I did.
All right, Calvin, what do we have coming up in news?
Coming up in news today, doggone it, buy die and lock up your meat.
Oh, wow. I think that's a Wild Fork thing. All right, we'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll get into Galvin's meat and news. Next, it's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone.
And now, news with Galvin on the Mike Calta Show.
What do we have in news today, Galvin?
Today's top story, the Florida Panthers met the Tampa Bay Lightning for the 4th time in the past 5 years for the Stanley Cup playoffs last night. Game 1 in the best-of-7 series was a rough one for Tampa Bay. The Panthers opened the series with a 6-2 win. Matthew Tkachuk was the star and the headliner with 2 goals and 3 points. By the way, he was game time decision. I knew he was going to crush. He's so good. It's ridiculous.
Kachuk?
Yeah. He was injured. He hadn't played since the Four Nations thing, so he came out and then
Fired up.
Bobrovsky stopped 20 of 22 shots as he watched the offense in front of him build a massive lead. Game 2 is right here in Tampa, 6:30 on Thursday.
Now I'm thinking about going to that one.
Yeah,
Just 6:30 start time.
I am going to that one.
Yeah.
I'll see you there. High five.
I might do that.
That was the most goals scored against the Lightning at home all year.
Not
Yeah.
good. Not a good time for that either.
I mean,
Yeah.
you take away the 2 that were like 16 seconds apart
Right.
on the power play, then it's not as bad.
No, that's the truth.
And the power play came from the replay. So
I was saying it is absolutely amazing to me how fast their hand-eye coordination is, because the one shot and he hit it out of the air like Vasilevsky was going to grab it and it was going right at his glove and he just went boop and right above it, and I was like, oh my god.
Can you picture just trying to hit a puck with a stick?
No,
Oh,
not in a million
yeah,
years,
yeah.
especially whenever it's going 90 miles per hour.
and he timed it perfectly, just like
Right,
up
just
over his shoulder.
and didn't hit it up into the rafters,
Yeah.
just hit it enough to where it goes. There was a pass that I saw that Kucherov, the pass came to him and he's here. There's a defender next to him, and then his teammate is on the other side of the defender. And Kucherov puts his stick down and angles his stick so it just goes right up like a little ramp and went over that guy's stick and passed it. I was like, how do you do that? I don't understand how you can possibly do that.
Yeah, I mean, you think about that, and you think about baseball too, and how people are like, "Oh, they're on steroids." You know how hard it is to still hit a
Still have
fast,
to hit the
round,
ball.
moving
Yeah.
object. Yeah,
You know who has the fastest hand-eye coordination are the drivers, Formula One drivers.
oh,
It's crazy because they'll have like things where they show like wide receivers where they have to have their head against a thing and they have to catch stuff as it's falling, whatever, and they'll get like 4 out of 10 or something. The Formula One drivers will get like 10 out of 10. I mean,
Really?
well, think about it. They're going 200 and some miles per hour, and they're making these little tiny movements, so fast and doing all that stuff. You make big movements and you're just right off the
Man.
track.
you better keep it straight.
Playoff hockey is so intense.
So good.
Just right out of the gate, it is just hardcore.
Yeah.
Those guys just want to kick each other's ass.
The coach for the Panthers made a really good point. He said on paper, the Panthers and the Lightning is so similar, like the way they do things so similar. He goes, but then the style is so different.
Yeah.
Like the work that they do is so similar. He goes, but the style, he goes, so we'll see whose style is better. and last night it was the Panthers.
Yeah, but that's another good thing about the Lightning is they rebound pretty well. So
Sure.
we'll see how it goes down.
The FDA is phasing out the use of artificial dyes by the end of next year. These dyes are used in a lot of colorful snacks like Flamin' Hot Cheetos, Mountain Dew, Baja Blast, Skittles, M&Ms, all these different things.
So what happens?
The changes will affect a slew of food giants, including PepsiCo, General Mills, Mars, Kellogg. The industry has argued that the claims about the dangers of artificial dyes lack evidence that would support any bans. As of Tuesday, the FDA and the food industry don't have a formal agreement to remove artificial dyes, but instead an understanding. That's according to Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. It is unclear what enforcement actions the agency would take if food and beverage companies do not comply.
I mean, I know we're in a weird spot with the president because he's doing a lot of things that are different, and people don't know if it's going to work out, if it's not going to work out, tariffs and wars and all that. But I think we're all on the same page when we stop and say Robert F. Kennedy is insane. He is absolutely, in some of the things that have come out of his mouth, it's hard to defend in any capacity. He's vile. I get the idea of trying to make people healthier, but some of these medical things that he's saying, that he's speaking about with no proof and nothing to back it up whatsoever is absolutely insane. And the way he's categorizing autistic people, he is like, when you give somebody one of those jobs, like, hey, don't run against me anymore, and I'll give you a cabinet job. It should be like, a liaison to France. It shouldn't be the guy who's in charge of the FDA, not the FDA, but the medical guy. I don't know. I just think he's nuts. So what happens for Flamin' Hot Cheetos? What do they get to use? My Cheetos gonna be clear now.
Here's the problem: is a lot of other countries don't have these dyes because they are bad for you.
Sure,
Flaming Hot Cheetos.
This is not the stuff I'm against.
Right? Exactly. Yeah. That's the thing. Is yes, I understand what you're saying, that RFK Jr. has a lot of crazy thoughts and a lot of different stuff. This isn't necessarily one of them. Yeah, it's probably bad for Cheetos, but it's probably good for people not to be eating Flaming Hot Cheetos to begin with.
And also the artificial dyes make the food look more appetizing.
Sure.
So what I'm saying is, you can take them away and you can still make the food. They're just not going to look as good.
Right, but you try to eat a clear Cheeto as opposed to an orange Flaming Hot Cheeto. Nobody wants to do that.
Right, but I mean, Burger King has the black burger for Halloween. You know what I mean? Like, they do stuff like that to make you go get it and to make you eat it. They're not taking the food away. You're still going to be able to get it. It's just not going to look as appetizing.
Be hard to sell Baja Blast when it's clear.
I want white burgers only.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
White burger.
No.
What do you say, black burger? What is that?
I have said this a bunch of times on the show. We've talked about it before. It is amazing how you don't realize how I could not get equal in Canada or in England. They did not have equal. It was outlawed because it was so bad for you. Yet we're just giving it away for free at Starbucks.
But it's also like salmon. Why are you putting the color in salmon? Like, just eat salmon.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, why does it have to be weird pinkish orange?
Yes. Your oranges are not orange.
Can I tell you?
What? I'm saying oranges are spray painted orange. Not obviously spray paint. Yeah. Oranges are oranges and citrus like that. If it doesn't come out looking like you want it to look, they spray the oranges down.
I know they'll spray them like wax to preserve them a little bit longer.
That's for apples.
Yeah.
The wax is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
The wax is crazy.
Yeah.
And the stuff that can stay on a shelf or stay in your fridge for so long. I mean, come on. You should not be eating that stuff.
If your fruit does not go bad within a week,
right.
It's not real, or it's wax, it's preserved. You know what I mean? It has something on it. I can tell you, Aldi removed artificial dyes way before this ban even came up.
Oh, Aldi.
They did it in 2015 on their own products.
Right.
You know what I mean?
They
and
still
again,
sell products that are, have it, whatever. But if they make it their brand that doesn't have it. Yeah.
Right. All these brands does not. And again, they have like fruity cereal and stuff like that. It's just not as bright. It's still colorful. There's still color in it. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So again, it's just not bright red. It's light red.
Hey, when I was younger and I was dating, I was reading. I went and bought new underwear because I had a girlfriend, but I was cheating on her with another girl.
Oh my
and I went and
God.
bought. Oh my God! Like, we all didn't do it, and we were in our 20s.
Nope.
Lies. So anyway, I went out and bought new underwear, And my girlfriend at the time was reading like in Cosmopolitan or something. She's like, "Are you cheating on me?" And I go, "No, why?" And she goes, "It says here if you buy new underwear, that's a good sign that you're cheating." I was like, "Ooh, it got me." Carmen, what does it mean when your wife makes banana bread?
She found a delicious recipe online. That's the new trend right now.
Well, I
is
went
banana bread
in the kitchen. I'm the only one who eats bananas, and nobody's eating them right now because I'm not eating them. So I looked there, and there were like 5 brown bananas, and I go, "Well, those are gonna have flies soon." And then the next day I went, unless somebody makes banana bread, and I laughed, and I'm like, "Who would make banana?" Next day I woke up, there was banana bread. My wife made it, and then she went and bought more bananas. I feel like she got a boyfriend on the side. She's
loves
making a
you.
banana bread. No, it's not for me. I can't eat it.
Yeah.
It's not for
she's
me.
trying to torture you.
I was sleeping, and all I could smell was that delicious banana bread, and I went, "This is ridiculous."
I mean, she could be cheating on you, but also maybe she's just a good person that is like, hey, I don't want these bananas to get away, so I'll make banana bread for my family. And
Have you met her?
you're
I
not
don't think
letting
she's a good person. I don't know.
Then definitely cheating.
Oh, I was very impressed. I was very impressed that she made banana bread, even though I couldn't eat it. It smelled wonderful and a good use of rotting bananas.
You know what I do sometimes with bananas, where you're like, all right, this is not going to be good for a couple more days. It's going to be all just ruined. Whatever.
Smoothie?
Yeah, just throw it in the freezer.
Yeah.
I throw it in the freezer, and then next time I make a protein drink, whatever, just chop it up and put it in there.
It says, in a playful context, wife making banana bread can mean that someone is baking bread as a way to symbolize a warm, welcoming, and comforting environment.
Oh, she does provide that.
Creating a cozy and inviting space, much like the feeling banana bread invokes.
Yeah.
For her boyfriend. The iconic Derby Lane Greyhound track in St. Petersburg has been sold. Dogs have not raced there since in Florida since the voters outlawed the Greyhound racing several years ago.
I had been there
They're
for
feeding them cocaine.
Yeah.
I had been there for Greyhound racing a
Yeah,
couple
yeah.
of times. I enjoyed it.
Slater used to kill over on the dogs.
Yeah,
Like,
he
all
knew
the time.
he knew all that stuff. And of course, Ocean's 11. They had the
This film there.
thing there, yeah, whatever. But it still hosts poker and simulcast racing and other gaming options and stuff. The sale was to an investment group with ties to Tampa and Montana. The sale price, they said, was not available.
They filmed Ocean's 11 2 scenes there. They filmed the scene where they go to Saul and they approach him in the
I saw you.
yeah, and then they filmed the circus scene in the parking lot where they go and get the little Chinese acrobat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
They shot that right in the
Tented
parking
it
lot.
up and did it right there?
Uh-huh.
Nice.
That's a massive piece of land right there.
130 acres, I think they said it
Yeah.
was.
I don't think that it would make any difference, but size of a spot you could put a stadium.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it is significantly closer and at the apex of 2 bridges.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean,
I bet it's going to be condos.
That's what everybody's saying,
Apartments.
condos and apartments. But
Yeah.
you know, I mean, what a sad situation to lose. An iconic business and that had been over there for years. I mean, we've had several people on the show bring it up to us. Al Michaels, Pete Rose, all guys who have stopped over there and done some gambling before.
Yeah.
It was good. It was good back in the day, but I guess time to move on.
It does kind of. Last time I was in there was a few years back, and it does feel like you're stepping back in time.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
because
not
you
complaining.
literally can go there with $8 and be a VIP.
Yeah.
Like you can get, parking right up front, you get this, you get that, whatever. Like it's crazy how the cost is really low there.
That's how Tampa Bay Downs is. You walk in there and you feel like you've walked back into the 80s.
Yeah,
And
Tampa
it's
Bay
awesome.
Downs, the most expensive thing is valet. And then once you go inside, you're like, you can buy a program and a box for $9 as opposed to, spending 50 cents and going in. If you haven't done that, that's a good thing to do every once in a while, especially with the Derby coming up, is going to Tampa Bay Downs. I don't suggest doing it on Derby Day, but go in there and watch some race the horses live.
it's fun.
That's a fun time.
Yeah.
I told you when we were, my wife and I were over in Clearwater for something, and we were coming back, and I said, "You want to stop at the Greyhound track?" I said they have like card games and stuff. They don't have blackjack, but we can see what they have. She was like, "Yeah." So we went in, and they had I Love Suits.
Yeah.
Have you ever played it where you just try and get all diamonds or clubs or whatever, like a flush? And we had never played before, and we were talking to the dealer, and he's like, "You do this and do this." And my wife, I put out a bonus for a flush, and she put out a bonus for a straight flush. Firsthand, never played it before ever. And she goes, "Is this any good?" And she had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of diamonds. And it was all, and she hit the thing $500 off of one hand.
Oh.
It was crazy.
But they beginner luck. When I went to the Rio one time, Pete and Amanda were playing 3 card, and I didn't want to play anymore because it kept losing.
Mm.
And this guy was like, "Come play. What's the game with the tiles? You know,
Dominoes?
No. It's like a table game, but they have tiles.
Oh,
Pygao. And he's like, play Pygao. I don't know how to play. They're like, oh, we'll teach you how to play. I'm like, okay. Second hand, I bet $12, and I get these 2 tiles, and I turn my tile over, and the guy, it was as if the Princess of Mundo walked in. He goes, hi.
Oh.
And I go, what? He goes, look. And then the other guy came over. He goes, oh. And I go, what? And they're like, this is the equivalent of getting a royal flush.
Oh.
They're like, this is never happens ever. The guy's like, we deal all the time. Nobody ever has this. This is the. I go, what did I win? And they're like, what'd you bet? $12? $12. I go, suck it with your royal flush. Who cares?
I know Drew was out at Derby Lane. He won the progressive jackpot.
Really?
It was like 10 or 15 grand.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That must be nice.
Yeah.
I've never had one of those. $3,000 is the most one I've ever won on just like a slot machine.
Or even
those 10 grand.
Or even one of those bad beat where you're just at the table
Yeah.
and you're like 50 grand. I lost. Yeah, you get 50 grand.
The
There you
bad
go.
beat was so big at the Seminole Hard Rock for a while that people were just going there and paying to sit at the table.
Yeah.
What's the
They were
bad
just-
beat? I don't know what that is.
Bad beat is so if we're playing us, we're playing poker or whatever, and you win with 4 of a kind or something, but I had a flush, whatever. That's a good hand, whatever. But you beat me, so I got the bad beat. So because you won the pot, whatever. I mean, it has to be a certain thing, right? Like
it's you. I don't know if it's for flush qualified. It may, but like if I had a full house and you had a better full house.
Right.
I got a bad beat. So I should have won, but you beat me. So the bad beat jackpot was separate. So I would get that jackpot. So it was like $300,000 or climbing, and people would just go and just sit there at the table because
Just
you pay
try
to
to
buy
hit
in and
that?
fold every hand until
Yeah.
you get a bad beat. Yeah.
Yeah.
crazy.
Smart.
All right. Maybe I'll try that.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if they're doing that. Now you're just going to get beat. I don't know.
I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Lori Daybell. Do you know who she is? Does that name sound
It
familiar?
does sound familiar, but I don't know who it is.
You've probably seen her in headlines and stuff. And if you watch Dateline, you definitely know who she is. A woman whose doomsday religious beliefs led her to kill her 2 youngest children
Oh, yes.
and engage in a plot to kill her romantic rival in Idaho was convicted Tuesday in Arizona for conspiring to murder her estranged husband. Jurors found Lori Daybell guilty after deliberating for about 3 hours, and she faces another possible life sentence on top of the 3 she is already serving in Idaho. She will not be sentenced in Arizona until after she goes on trial in another alleged murder conspiracy.
You know what, though, is that I think of how rare those things are, and they're not. I have so many legitimate crazy people that send me emails, and I don't mean like Medicine Man. Medicine Man's is a little autistic. He's not crazy. I'm talking about people who really believe things.
Yeah.
The one
She
woman,
thought her children are demons.
she thought her children were demons. Some woman thought that her walls were telling her to kill her children, and only I could save
Jeez.
her. I got women emailing me, not just women, but people emailing me things about politics all the time, and not just like people who think they talk to Trump every day. People who, I mean, it's like for real. Like it's so real, Carmen, that for a second I go, I don't know, maybe Trump's calling people. I don't know. I don't really know. And
you want them to keep the food, Diane.
and I follow 2 women who seem surprisingly normal on Instagram that have created accounts, and their accounts show how they are being stalked by what they say is the FBI. And it's anytime they see a van that doesn't have a marking on it, they're like, damn, see them? There they are.
They
They're following me
are
around.
targeted individuals,
Yeah,
is what those
they
are called.
are,
People who experience things and they assume the worst. Like if they see 3 white cars,
Yep.
they're like, well, I mean, there's no way there's randomly 3 white cars. They're following me.
Well-
and that's some sort of team that's together and they're trying to push me off the road. And, you know,
This is how messed up it is that for a while, like I was really into watching her videos because she got so serious about it that she moved to Thailand.
yeah.
They'll never get me in Thailand. And now in Thailand, she sees vans, and I'm like, maybe they're following her. Maybe she's right. Maybe I don't know. Now I'm
But-
starting. Now she's starting to get me.
Right now, BJ Penn, the prodigy,
Oh, yeah.
MMA fighter, UFC fighter, BJ Penn believes that the government has murdered and replaced his entire family.
Yep.
Jeez.
Yep.
that they're all fake people. That's not really his mom. That's not really his, sister or whatever, that they were murdered and the government replaced them with these other people.
What's he do for a living? Get punched in the head?
Yeah, that's the problem.
But unlike him, like, do you think this is a drug problem, or do you think the government or something out there is controlling them?
So the one woman that I watched had an affair with a guy she didn't know was married, and he turned out to be an FBI agent. So now her thing is the FBI is after her. I think she had a traumatic experience with the guy, and now that as a result of that, she feels like the FBI is coming after her because she feels like she was taken advantage of.
Right, because
so
there was
that
a connection.
manifested in some sort of mental capacity to which now she thinks that she's being followed by the FBI. For what reason? We have no idea. I think she exposed his affair, so now he's trying to get even with her.
So the interesting thing, though, Carmen, is I'm sure there are some people that have drug problems. There's some people that just have mental problems, and there's probably some people that the government are following.
That's true too.
Because
I mean, as well.
Think about it. We found out about that like heart attack machine that they have.
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff.
look,
You know
I watched Mission Impossible 2 or 3 yesterday with Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Oh yeah,
that's a good one, man.
Yeah.
Where they got the mask and the whole deal. I mean,
things in your head.
Yeah,
that
things
is
in
a
your
good
head.
one.
I mean, they got technology. They have all sorts of technology.
Yeah, they do.
I remember as a young person listening to Howard Stern, and a woman would call into his show, and she would tell him that he needs to stop spying on her through her radio, and she, and I laughed like that as I did as a kid. And Howard took it very seriously, and it turned it around. And he's like, "Listen, you have to understand that I can't do that. I don't have that capability, and you have a mental problem, and you need to seek help for that." And the woman that was kind of sinking into her towards the end, she was like, "Maybe you're right. That's the way to handle those things the right way." Because having gotten older and gotten in this business and getting a lot of those calls, it's funny at first, but it's sad. It's sad and it's scary for people because people will kill themselves over that, and then they'll kill other people, as you can see with that. This is like the story Galvin was telling.
Right. Well, and I remember, and I know this, it wasn't fiction, but it was like the Dahmer show on Netflix.
Yep.
They talked about his mom and how she was going crazy, saying she saw aliens, and this was back in the 70s. Come to find out, we've known about some, out of like some type of aliens or some other form
some
of
sort
life.
of connection, yeah.
Right. But back then, the government denied it, and they just called those people crazy, and they put them on a bunch of pills, and come to find out, they weren't crazy, or maybe they were. You know what I mean? I'm just
Next
saying.
thing you know, your son's eating Puerto Ricans.
Yeah.
Well, she left, and they say like that was the big thing because she abandoned him with his father, and his father was abusive.
Yeah, but think about it. Think about how much must drive you crazy. Something you know so strongly, and everybody's telling you you're nuts.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they just put you on a bunch of pills, and then you can't get out of bed, you can't do anything, and then of course, and then no one, and then especially after you're on medicine, no one believes you because it's just the drugs. It's, you know what I mean? So,
also, one of the worst things you can say when you're going to tell people crazy stuff is, I know this sounds crazy, but I'm not crazy.
Right.
And then you go into, there's aliens and and they go, okay, well, we know what's going on. There are videos online of people in Walmart freaking out because there's anti-theft locks on their meat.
Oh, that's smart though.
So they're putting it on there. Yeah, some locations have been doing it for a while, and it's mostly obviously in high crime areas and stuff.
Yeah.
But they don't want people going in and stealing all the meat. You've seen people go in and stuff meat down their pants and just walk out and be like, "Hey, see you later."
Yep.
and you know who's mad about it? People who would steal meat.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Yeah, because if there's an anti-theft thing on my meat, then I bring it up to the counter and they take it off when I pay for it.
Yeah.
Although, have you ever bought a shirt or pants or anything like that and they don't take that tag off?
Yes.
Oh, that makes me so mad.
I know, but I learned how to take it off on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, you melt it.
I was in Kohl's the other day, and I bought a shirt. I was there for the cruise, and I bought a couple shirts, and they have the self-checkout, and it had the dye tag thing on there, and it had a little thing of how to do it and stuff. I couldn't figure it out.
Oh,
I don't. And listen, I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I'm pretty good. I'm decent.
Once you do it once or twice, you get it.
But I was like trying to do it, and I go, okay, I have to go over to the regular counter, and I said to the lady, I can't figure out how to do this, and she goes, boop, and just did it so fast, and I go, well, you've worked here a while.
You
All right.
practice.
Yeah.
So when I used to work at the mall in Sarasota, I was working at Victoria's Secret. This woman bought a bikini,
Mhm.
and I forgot to remove it. She came back livid, screaming at me. How
You
dare
ruined her pool day.
Well, because she went on a boat with friends and stuff, but she bought multiple ones. And again, it was like she bought like 20 things and it just happened to be one bottom. You embarrassed me. Everyone thought I stole this. How dare you? Just going irate on
told
me.
her, just tuck it.
She came
And I
back
was-
and found you?
Yeah, came back later that day because I
Oh.
worked a double and just going crazy about it. And I was like, you could have just put on. You could have
I
put on a
could-
different bikini or a different one.
I couldn't handle one of those jobs.
Yeah,
No, yeah.
it was the worst, absolutely the worst. But yeah, I will never forget that. She was so mad.
Mike, you had a little protein problem the other day.
I mean, a little protein shake ruined my whole belly. Yes.
Protein bomb. Well, Paisan, I got some good news for you.
Yeah.
People on social media are so crazy about protein that they're snacking on wedges of Parmesan cheese.
Yeah, well, I'm
Yeah.
down with that.
Experts say Parmesan is a solid protein
Too
source,
salty though.
but it also has a lot of fat and sodium. Yeah, there's a lot of fat and sodium in it, but it's good protein as
Oh,
well.
I listen. I've been known to cut a piece of the Parmesan cheese off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go right to the block.
Do you like the real dry?
Yes.
Like, yeah.
I like it to look just like the heels of my feet.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, dry and crumbly.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Parmesan's good, but I will tell you, Parmesan smells like just the regular you
Sure.
buy in the store,
Yeah.
already grated in the thing, whatever. Because my wife loves all cheeses, but she loves Parmesan,
Yep.
and she will put so much Parmesan on stuff. And I'm like, it smells so bad. I know that it tastes good.
Oh, I
'cause
like
ate
the
it.
smell. I'm used to the
Mm.
smell, but it does smell sharp.
Yeah.
It is a cheesy smell.
It's a
for sure.
lot. It is a lot. Anybody doing any spring cleaning?
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Are you doing-
Am I doing it? No. Did I ask Soph to do it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you doing any digital spring cleaning?
I don't know what that means.
Well, you got to clean out your devices and stuff. Spring cleaning now includes managing your digital clutter. According to a new survey, 59% of people would rather wash dishes than face their digital files.
No.
23% would rather get an annual physical than go in and deal with all their emails that they have. And all
So
the-
I'm pretty good. So I did do a digital spring cleaning.
how
I've
many
got-
how many duplicate pictures do you still have?
Well, that's the thing. And pictures I have a lot of, but I will tell you that I've gone through my email and I got it to where I can open my email and just see 3 or 4 things as opposed to 3 or 4 pages.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to combat the fact that every day I get renewal by Anderson Windows.
An email from them?
Yes, and I am not a customer. I don't need Windows. I am a
Did you go
endorser.
down and unsubscribe, or
Nope,
I
it
never
is-
asked for this?
It is one of those partner emails, like somebody. It's not their fault. It's like somebody signs up to be a partner of theirs, floods everybody's emails, and if you buy one, they get a piece of it. So I would never use that. And then there's weight loss, and there's Ozempic ads, and there's a couple other ones, but it's every day. It's the same ones.
They hear you talking. They
Well-
hear you talking to like send them some Ozempic ads.
But I mean, maybe it's just like the same 12 to 15 every day, but it'll happen between now and the time the end of the show. It'll flood my box. I'll erase it. And then in the afternoon, it'll flood my box again. But I'm staying on top of erasing it. But yesterday, I went through my phone and deleted a lot of apps that I've never used, I haven't used in a long time.
yeah,
Like a lot of these apps now, the iPhone will take the editing tools. I used to have one for resizing pictures. I don't need that now. I can crop any picture out on my
right.
phone. So I got rid of all those apps. Not all of them, but a lot of the ones I never use anymore.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that whenever you buy and you want to track something, and they're like, "Here, track it with this," and then I'm like, "It's one thing.
Yeah,
Why am
too
I
many.
getting this?" And I'm never going to use it again. It takes between, I would say, if I like sign up for something, an email, and then I'm like, oh, I don't want that email anymore, between 20 and 48,000 emails, and
Yeah.
then I'll go, oh, I got to cancel this, unsubscribe.
I'm good now. Like you look at my email, I have 4 emails.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm down.
4 emails.
Yeah, dude. Look.
On your Gmail?
No, on my Gmail. No, look. So, look. That's one. That's my doctor's. That's just the only.
Like
it's
4
under-
separate emails.
No, but I'm saying like they break down the on your phone. They break it down between primary emails, transactions, updates, and then promotions, and then all mail. My all male, everything's all together in aggregate, but like when you break it down by the things, I go through them all and I erase them all. See, so I'm staying on top of it.
Not too bad.
Right now, I have Waterman Construction, my friend Brooke, and Citrus Park Eye Care telling me I need to get my eyes checked. Those are the ones I save.
I'm looking at my phone. I have 113,000 unread emails.
Probably have that somewhere, but
Yeah.
I've got it to where I don't have to see them anymore.
How many are from Kevin Smith?
None. Zero.
If I could jump in real quick,
Yeah.
I got a late night call last night from a very funny fella you may have heard of named Bert Kreischer.
Yeah.
You familiar with him?
Sure, yeah.
Two Bears 5K is happening on the 4th of May.
May 4th.
Yeah, may the 4th be with you. Oh, we should run in Chess of Jedis. We're going to be out there at Raymond James Stadium for the Two Bears 5K. Jelly Roll will be out there. We'll be out there. And Bert hit me up and he said, I need 2 tattoo artists. I had them set up. They're going to come on the field and they're going to do a tattoo on the field. And he said, I had one set up and it bailed on me at the last minute. Can you get me a tattoo artist? Now, I know a bunch, but I'm saying I might need at least one on the backup. So if you're a tattoo artist and you'd be willing to come on out and meet Bert and Tom and Jelly Roll and do a tattoo for them on that day, please email me at, I don't know, wherever, anything on social media, at the Mike Calta Show on Instagram. That's probably the easiest way. If you're a tattoo artist willing to come on out during the Two Bears 5K and do a tattoo, I can't imagine it's something elaborate. It's probably the Porosis logo or one of those things. You may be even tattooing Bert. I have no idea. But Bert said he needs 2 tattoo artists to come on the field during the Two Bears 5K. We'll have him on the air with us next week, so we'll clarify it. But he hit me up last night and said the one that he had bailed. So if you're a tattoo artist and you want to come and be a part of the festivities, meet the guys and do a tattoo, please hit me up on Instagram at the Mike Calta Show.
Do you think Jelly Roll's going to add to his face?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I could never get a face tattoo. Like, I can't even say I'd do it as a joke.
By the way, I think Jelly Roll and Post Malone have made that like a thing now because now I've seen other like artists that can sing really well and they'll have face tattoos. And I think they're trying to jump on that bandwagon.
Mike Tyson's face tattoo now is cool. Like, it's because Mike Tyson's crazy. It's a crazy tattoo over his face, and it's what you expect Mike Tyson to have. Post Malone's tattoos look retarded, and so do
Oh my gosh.
so do Jelly Rolls. Jelly Rolls got the dumbest tattoos on
You can
his
throw
face.
Teddy Swims in there too. Teddy Swims has some bad ones.
But
on there.
Yeah, but
I will tell you though, like on the side, like on your temple, I would never do this, but there is hot chicks that pull that off, like on the side or on the side of your neck over here or something like that. That I can see happening.
But like when I scroll through like Instagram and TikTok and stuff now, I'll see these guys that have like really good voices, very similar to like Post Malone and Jelly Roll and stuff, and they also have face tattoos. So it's like kind of like a shtick or a gimmick now. It seems like
to be that kind of person.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's terrible.
Yeah.
It's you look stupid. You look stupid.
Yeah. Well, they
I'm just
seem to be
telling
doing
you.
all right.
Right, but they still look stupid. They can sing and they have money and all that stuff, but they look stupid.
I think they're making
Jelly
it look
Roll.
cool.
I think Jelly Roll's tattoos are horrendous. He's seems like the sweetest, nicest guy,
Yeah.
and I understand he was in jail and all that stuff. But you don't think he would take all those tattoos off his face if he could?
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
I think it
Oh,
made
look at
him.
Pete Davidson.
I think the worst case out of any of them is Kat Von D. Kat Von D, known for being a tattoo artist, had all the tattoos, all the different stuff, and then she, I think, went religious, blacked them all out.
Oh,
Have
yeah.
you seen her lately?
Yeah. But I mean, that's just going that she's mental.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100. Yeah, that's just wild. Like, I think I would spend the time to have them all removed, and I know that that's probably painful and stuff. But now you just have your just ink all over, just covered completely black. Like she looks like some sort of weird futuristic robot thing.
Still,
And I'm pretty sure Machine Gun Kelly did that too to some of his tattoos.
But look at Pete Davidson. You can get him off.
Yeah.
Pete Davidson's
But he
almost
had-
clear.
But he had small ones. These people,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, there's a difference between having just little ones randomly scattered on you and having full-blown designs that go into each other.
Steve-O still has the wiener tattoo on his forehead.
No.
Yes, he does.
I thought he was going to get that removed.
No, I saw a video from a couple days ago from his podcast. It's still above his eyebrow.
I don't know. I can't get behind that either.
Man.
Kat Von D's entire back and both arms are completely black.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
weird.
Racist.
That can't be good either.
yeah.
Like that much ink.
That's something's going on. A 38-year-old guy in New York got arrested for child pornography. It's pretty bad. Ended up getting his younger brother arrested too. Why?
Because he sent him something?
Because he sent him something? Might be. No, that's not the case, though. That's a good idea. So a 38-year-old guy in New York got arrested for child pornography. And because he had child pornography, he got his younger brother arrested, too, because they found...
Child porn.
Nope. They lived
Picture?
together. The cops seized all their electronic devices. While they were searching them, they found an old video of the younger brother having sex with a cow.
Oh, my
What?
God. Who
Good family.
videotapes that?
Good family.
Oh wow.
Good family.
Now that's mental problems, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. There's some good-looking cows.
I would imagine that their folks weren't around or were around
Yeah.
too much or something. You know?
What is that?
I kind of imagine that happens on a lot of farms, though.
You think?
I think so. Yeah.
No.
That's like a thing.
What do you think-
Sometimes it's just staring at you.
Yeah.
What do you think happens more? That the person is giving it to the cow or the horse is giving it to the person?
Well, that I can't even logistically
But
figure
that
out.
happens.
Oh, I know it happens. And then people die from that because
Right.
the horse
Yeah.
falls on you. I can't. I mean, Jesus. I mean, think about it. That's invasive and
I imagine
dangerous.
the cow just sits there, though. It's just,
Well, the cow, yeah.
that
So the
seems
cow,
easy,
probably. But like the horse, you're doing stuff with the horse, and then the horse doing stuff with you. They sell horse
Yeah.
kits.
stuff.
Horse
That looks like-
appendages that look
Yeah.
like horses. Yeah. I
That's-
don't. Carmen, that's
That-
on you.
That's
No, that cannot be safe.
That's
Yeah.
next level.
That is too much.
Yeah.
That's
Too much.
I mean, listen to me.
it's not for the amateurs.
Ladies, a little bit of a tip. You want to make your guy feel inadequate, come home with a horse appendage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I go, hey, can we start with something else?
You're not getting it done, Earl.
Yeah.
I feel like that should be illegal.
Yeah, right?
Like
That's-
selling that
like,
kind of stuff.
Like, because that's almost like selling like baby dolls.
yeah.
Like little.
But like I feel like it started more as like bachelorette stuff. It's kind of like it was supposed to be like
A joke?
fun, like a gag gift.
Hey, girls.
Yeah.
Look at
And then
this.
someone was like, "Oh no,
Yeah, but
I
you know
want
that,
that."
you know what that was? That was probably a guy.
Yeah.
It's not a girl. It's usually a guy that likes that.
But I mean, I've seen videos,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and Melissa didn't get the joke.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Neither did Trigger.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I mean, listen, people like weird stuff. I don't know. I always consider myself to be, I always say, a grade A pervert, but when it comes to this stuff, it blows my mind. I don't know.
Well,
Dude, I'm a real prude if this is like
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
people are doing.
I mean, in my entire life, I can honestly say, and I've seen some animals. I've never seen that. I've seen monkeys in Japan and llamas in Greece, and I've never seen an
Yeah.
animal. I'd be like, man, I gotta get a shot at that.
Right.
At
No.
all.
I've heard stories, but I
Yeah.
haven't seen anything.
Yeah.
I have a hot or not for you guys.
This isn't not the same people. is
Nope,
it?
Oh,
different
okay.
people.
Fantastic segue.
This is right here in Florida. A woman posed as a U.S. Immigration and Custom Enforcement agent, ICE, and briefly kidnapped her ex-boyfriend's wife from her job, according to authorities. Wearing a black shirt with ICE printed on the front, LaTrance Battle, who is 52 years old, went to the woman's workplace at a hotel chain wearing the black ICE shirt. Battle, who had a handheld radio with her, flashed a sheriff's office business card and told the woman she had to leave with her.
I don't know, but I'm just going to assume she kicked the door open and went, mm-hmm.
Battle was arrested on her way to Alabama and charged with kidnapping and commission of a felony, robbery by the sudden snatching, impersonating a law enforcement officer in the commission of a felony, and felony violation of probation. So she is 52 years old. She's from Florida. Her name is LaTrance Battle. She went in with the full outfit, had the radio and everything to get her ex-boyfriend's wife. She kidnapped her from her job. Mike Calta, hot or not?
Mm-hmm. Not hot.
You're saying not hot.
No, LaTrance Battle Axe. There's no way. Her name is LaTrance.
Okay.
There's no way she's hot.
All right. Gio, what do you think?
Yeah, I say there's no chance LaTrance is hot at all.
Carmen, any guess?
absolutely no way.
No. Oh, are we still on the air?
Oh, generator
We just had a
time?
blackout. for a
Carmen,
second
you
there.
hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello?
Okay. Hello?
The lights flickered, and I don't know what happened. The generator might have kicked on. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey,
Maybe.
success.
Yeah,
yeah.
I didn't lose you guys once.
All right,
Uh,
good.
So, okay.
All right, Carmen, you said no.
No.
So everybody says not hot.
No, everybody says, mm-mm.
For Latrance, take a look at your phones and look on Bone TV. There you go. That is Latrance. But can I
Yeah.
show you this?
No.
Can I show you this?
Please.
Her glam up, because that's a mugshot. Looks better than that one. Looks better than that
I'll
one.
give you better.
Yeah,
but
a little
I'm
bit.
still
Still,
not-
yeah, but still, yeah,
no.
that's not hot. That is not hot.
Significantly skinnier than I thought she would be.
Are we
Yeah.
sure at one point her name wasn't Lance,
Hmm.
not Latrance?
Oh. LaFrance. She is not an attractive woman.
No. Yeah.
I don't know that she's a woman.
I'm with ice.
Good move though.
Yeah. I mean, how hard is it to find a shirt that says ice on it?
Yeah, I mean, she committed to the whole
Right.
gimmick,
Had
though.
the handheld radio.
Yeah.
He got a card from somebody who obviously was questioning
Yeah.
her about something.
Right.
She was like, "Oh, I'll take a card."
Alonzo Mosley, FBI.
Yeah, exactly. Worked it out. Well, there you go. You guys are all right. She is not hot.
All right.
I mean, you had me at Latrance.
Yeah, I figured. And 52. It's hard. Today is National Cherry Cheesecake Day.
Not a fan.
Not a fan of cherry cheesecake? Regular cheesecake?
Regular cheesecake.
Do you
yes.
like any stuff on it? Do you
Not
like
really.
a little chocolate drizzle, a little
No.
caramel? Nothing?
No,
Just cheesecake.
Just cheesecake.
You know they're building a cheesecake factory right here in
I did not.
Wesley Chapel by the mall.
Let me tell you something about Cheesecake Factory. In addition to having the wonderful cheesecakes that they have one of my favorite miso salmon.
Yeah.
One of my favorite meals. I probably won't eat there either.
It's going in right at the outlet mall.
That is a place that defies Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, too many
Because-
menu items.
Yeah, they have literally
No.
a book of menu items,
Yeah.
but they do them all pretty well.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like you can go in there and you can get fried chicken, or you can go in there and get miso, whatever. You can go in there and get I don't know, beef Wellington.
I can't figure out what's going on at that Wesley Chapel outlet mall. Like, I can't figure out if it's nice, if it's ghetto, if it's good, if it's bad. I like the surrounding restaurants.
Yeah, I know the Rock and Brews closed.
It did.
It
huh?
closed.
that was
yeah.
that place was pretty
Really?
good. That was
Yeah.
the Kiss place.
Yeah, I went
That
there all
was-
the time.
Yeah.
That was really good.
That was a cool place. The food was good. I don't know what the hell happened. They're tearing that down. They're putting Portillo's in there.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah,
of
I don't like
Portillo's.
Portillo's. And Raising Cane's just opened next to it.
And then Guy's Chickens across the street.
Guy's
Too
Chicken
many chicken places.
across the street. And then now they're putting one of those was it the Brazilian meat places?
Oh, now we're talking.
Yeah, I think it's called
Gauchos?
Boisao or something.
Boisao is, oh my God.
Yeah,
Now we're
Boisao.
talking.
So that's going in behind the Costco. It's already the building's already there.
Really?
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
Where they just cut
Have
the,
you been to a Brazilian
I've
steakhouse?
not, but I know what it is.
So you go into the steakhouse, you sit down. They have a like a salad bar and fixing. They got all the fixings, and then they got sides and stuff you can get. And then they come around with different meat, and they give you a little card. One's red on one side, green on the other. And when you're hungry, they bring you over the meat, and you show them the green card. And when you've had enough, you turn over the red for a little while. You fill up, you eat, you let it digest, and you flip the card back over to green again.
Yeah, so that's going in right behind the Costco.
Oh man, I
And
like
then the
a good
Cheesecake
Brazilian
Factory.
steakhouse.
And then a Hooters across the street from that.
Oh man.
For real?
Yeah.
Another Hooters?
Yeah. Right across from was it Pop Stroke?
That Hooters in Odessa is doing so good. I can't see how they wouldn't put another one over there.
Yeah,
Oh, well, good for it.
There's already a big sign that says Hooters, Wesley Chapel,
Yes.
coming soon.
Yes.
The WC is blowing up.
Listen to me right now. I'm speaking directly to Bob Passwaters and all the folks at Hooters. My daughter can never work there. That's all I ask is that you reject her application if she comes and fills it out.
Has
Thank
she
you very
asked to
much.
work there? or-
No, but at the time, by the time that one opens,
Oh,
she's
yeah.
going to be in high school. You know what I'm saying? I don't need that.
They'll have AI waitresses.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I think they're trying to make it more family friendly too.
Whatever. I just don't want my daughter wearing the orange shorts.
Yeah.
I like other girls to wear them, just not my daughter. Thank you very much.
Today is Happy World Book Day. What was the last book you read? Anybody currently reading a book?
No.
I
My
bought a
spicy
book.
novel.
Have you heard of books?
Spicy novels.
I read a book not too long ago, and I bought a book about Lauren Michaels that I saw Alec Baldwin holding in an Instagram post. And he said, I got this book about Lauren Michaels. And I thought, oh, that would probably be interesting. And then I ordered it, and it's goddamn like War and Peace. It's like this big, and I went, ugh.
A lot of stuff.
I haven't even opened it yet.
I am currently reading the Van Halen book, the Alex Van Halen book
Brothers.
that Gio got for me for my birthday or Christmas or
I
something,
think
whatever
so,
it was.
yeah.
But yeah, it's a bathroom book, so I'll go in there, and if I'm not on my phone, I'm like, let me see what Alex has to say.
Reading is a lot like walking to me, Galvin. I mean, walking for recreation. I never want to start it, but once I do, then I'm like, let's do it. Let's just keep doing it. You know
You
what I
don't
mean?
do it unless you have to.
Like once I force myself to do it, then I'm into it. I bought this book at the store on a whim and read it in like 3 days. But then I have other books that I've had for 5 years I've not even cracked open.
Right.
You know, so once you get started, you're in.
A poll found that a third of Americans haven't read a book in the last year.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's kind of like you got books on tape now. You got books on.
I'll give you if you listen to a book on tape and you said you read the book, I'll give it to you.
You didn't though.
But you did.
Yeah,
You
somebody
didn't.
read
You
it
don't.
to you.
You don't get the same thing you would out of reading a book because you're especially for younger people. You're not learning words. You're not looking things up. You're not.
No. Well, I mean, I don't know what what books you're reading or listening to, or whatever. But if you're listening to like a John Grisham novel,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Have you ever listened to one of those?
No.
Because they have actors. The dude from Warriors
Yeah.
did it was actually a John Grisham book I listened to on a trip. I was driving and I listened to it, and he does all the voices. So he's like, Ernest was a gruff and tumble lawyer or whatever, and he said, there's no way you're getting out of here with it. And like he'd do the voice, and then he'd be like, and then Mary, his secretary, John, do you need some coffee? And he would do like the lady boy, and I was like, what? What is going on?
I always think doing those things would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like I remember when Artie Lang had his book out, he had a couple of people read his book for him.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, that'd be pretty cool. And then I watched people do it one time, and they were like, and then Artie went into the store. And they go, give us that again. And then Artie went into the store. Try it one more time. Oh, Jesus Christ, Artie went into the store. Like, how many times am I going to read the same line? I thought I'd be done with that.
Anthony Jeselnik said that the people from Family Guy, he said, I knew Seth MacFarlane. We became friends from the roast and stuff. And they're like, hey, we want you to do a voice on Family Guy. And he was like, all right, I don't really do any imitations or anything. And they go, no, we want you to do it. So he came in there and he goes, you're going to be an agent and we want you to do this, whatever. And so he did it, and he goes, and I just read it in my voice because they asked me to do it, and that's what they wanted, or whatever. He goes, nobody told me what it was going to be on or what it was. He goes, I got paid. He goes, I still hadn't seen it, whatever. He goes, and I shot off a couple emails. Nobody told me. He goes, then one day I'm watching, and it was Peter goes country and gets an agent and stuff, and he goes, oh, this is the episode. He goes, so I'm waiting for my scene to come up, and he goes, and I see it, and it's the voiceover, and he goes, I sound that I did a good job. That didn't even sound like me though, whatever. And then he goes, I saw the credits and it was Nick Kroll. They replaced him. They wanted more of a Jewish agent. But he goes, I don't know why they ever asked me. He goes, Nick Kroll should have been the agent from the get-go.
You're out.
Sense.
That's pretty funny.
We talked about this the other day, and we assumed correctly the death of Pope Francis spiked the ratings for Conclave by 283%. Yeah, so a lot of people watching Conclave because they're like, yeah, what happens when a pope dies?
Yeah.
By the way, somebody sent me a thing that said, this is an interesting fact that I didn't know, that they have a special pope hammer that they hit the pope with to make sure that he's dead.
Oh.
It's not true.
Oh, okay, wow.
But it's like a really fancy looking hammer and stuff, and they call it the pope hammer.
I saw they went all open coffin and everything for the Pope.
Yeah, they lay him
That's
out.
creepy.
Mike Patrick from ESPN?
Yes.
He is dead.
Oh.
Mike Patrick, who spent nearly 4 decades at ESPN as a broadcaster, died on Sunday. He was 80 years old. The network said that Patrick passed away in Virginia from natural causes. Yeah.
No relation to Dan Patrick.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't know either. No relation to Patrick Warburton.
No.
That I can
Wispy.
say.
Wispy. Beats hair's wispy. Results of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame fan vote are in.
Oh, man.
And the winner is, for the fan vote, Fish came in first.
Yep.
330,000 votes for Fish. Bad Company came in second with 281,000 votes, followed by Billy Idol, then Cyndi Lauper. Joe Cocker rounds out the top 5. The rest of the top 10 in order are Soundgarden, Chubby Checker, the Black Crowes, Mariah Carey, and then wah wah. Sorry, Joe. Joy Division in New Order. The inductees will be announced Sunday night on American Idol.
I do feel like Fish fans are like dedicated
Oh,
to go out of their
sure.
way to vote.
The
you know?
fact that they go and follow them and do
Yeah.
all that stuff, they're in it to win it.
They go, they organize to, hey, we need to vote.
Right.
Gio, what is Fish's most popular song?
No clue.
Galvin, name one member of Fish besides Trey.
I can't.
Joe, name any Fish song.
Bouncing around the room.
That's the only one I know
That's
too.
the only one I know.
You want to hear their most popular?
I know. Is it Billy Breathless?
When I hear this, I think of some chick in the lawn of an amphitheater, no shoes on, just dancing.
Yeah.
Just
Right.
like-
Oh,
Yep.
hula hoop.
And then with her 50-year-old boyfriend.
Yeah. She didn't bring shoes, and she
just left the
Probably
drum
doesn't
circle.
shave her armpits.
Yeah, exactly.
She's got like a puka shell thing around her ankle.
Yeah, and just doing its back.
Yeah.
There's nothing going on.
And I'm not mad at them.
No.
I just it's not my scene.
Yeah, I get it.
Well, if the fan vote or any indication, it's not what the actual Rock
But
and Roll
I
Hall
don't
of Fame.
think you could deny the popularity of
No,
of
and I
Fish.
think Fish was getting in either way.
Sure.
I think Fish was getting it,
I
but
mean,
I'm saying
they're
as
the
far
new
as
Grateful Dead.
the way it goes, so Bad Company came in second, followed by Billy Idol, and then Cyndi Lauper. Joe Cocker, surprisingly, rounds out the top five because we said Joe,
The oldest in
yes,
there.
maybe no, whatever. And then Soundgarden, Chubby Checker, then Black Crowes, then Mariah Carey, then Joy Division, New Order.
I happen to like Joe Cocker, but Joe Cocker, I mean, Joe Cocker's most famous song is a Beatles song.
Right.
His most famous appearance is with John Belushi.
Yep.
And really on his own, what are you getting out of Joe Cocker?
Mm-hmm.
Is he "You Are So Beautiful"?
Yeah.
Yes.
Which
Well,
also
okay.
is not
It's
his,
a
right?
I don't know. Is it?
Also feeling all right.
Oh yeah,
It's a great
feeling
song.
all right. Yeah.
Oh.
And he did have a certain style.
Yeah.
All right, see, Joe, you're bringing me around.
All right.
You're bringing me around.
I mean, I think he was a lot bigger in Europe.
England, yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Oh.
I hear a duck.
What was that?
I got it.
Is that your alarm?
Yeah. I had to make it so I would like realize.
That is a reminder that the Bone Bonus keyword is coming up in 2 minutes. 2 minutes will give you the Bone Bonus keyword. You put it in the app, and your chance to win $1,000 is happening. So stand by.
Listen for the duck.
Yeah.
Listen for the duck.
You Are So Beautiful is a song credited to Billy Preston and Bruce
Oh.
Fisher.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's that. And then what is Feeling All Right?
Feeling all right.
so basically, he was just a singer. He was a performer.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not saying that those people shouldn't get the accolades. It's just when you have a big class like that, you have to really weigh it out. Who is the greatest?
Yeah, Feeling All Right was Traffic. That's what
Oh,
I thought. Dave
yeah.
Mason of the written by Dave Mason.
So really, Joe Cocker could just sing other people's songs.
he did a lot of good covers.
He's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame section of singing other people's songs.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. We'll see what happens. So there you go. Like I said, the inductees will actually be announced on Sunday night on American Idol. Comedian John Mulaney announced the dates for a new stand-up tour, Mr. Whatever. The show will even include special guests like Jon Stewart, Pete Davidson, Martin Short, Fred Armisen, Mike Birbiglia, and Nick Kroll. John Mulaney will be here in December at the Strass Center, December 6th in Tampa, December 7th in Hollywood, Florida, and December 11th over in Orlando. Pre-sale begins today at 10 a.m. local time. So wherever you are, 10
I
a.m.
like
local
him a
time.
lot. His stand-up specials are some of my favorites, but I don't know that I need to go there and see him. But his stand-up specials, his delivery is some of the best stuff. I think he is one of the best comedians out there today.
Yeah. Have you seen any of his show that's on Netflix?
I have not.
Oh, the
Ne-
Mulaney Live or
Yeah,
Live
so
with
I saw a clip of it, and it was him, and then Letterman was there. Richard, I forget what his name is, but it was like 4 or 5 different people all sitting on the sofa, and then they were taking a phone call, and it was a guy who said that he went to Turkey or whatever to get the surgery where they break his legs and make him taller.
Oh no!
Oh,
And they go, how tall were you to begin with? And he goes, I was 6 foot.
Oh,
He
what
was
did
6
need
foot.
to do?
Now he's 6'6".
Oh.
And he goes, I don't know. He goes, I just kind of wanted something to do. And it was so funny because then they're asking him questions. And John Mulaney's kind of moderating it. And like Letterman asked him something. And he goes, good question, Dave. That is a good question. And the guy answered. It was weird, but it was funny, because they're all funny.
They can add 6 inches.
I guess.
That's pretty impressive.
Maybe you really want to play in the NBA.
Yeah.
Get in there early.
We got to do this real
What?
Here we go, Bone fam. The Bone Bonus. Presented to you by Farah and Farah, Tampa's accident attorneys. FarahandFarah.com. This hour's Bone Bonus keyword is
Sleep. This
Oh,
hour's
That's all I
keyword.
needed to hear.
Yep.
This hour's keyword is sleep. SLEEP. Head over to the 1025 The Bone app now and enter sleep before 30 minutes past the top of the hour. And that $1,000 Bone bonus could be yours.
There you go.
Good luck, everybody.
Good luck.
Sleep.
You put me right out, Gov.
Oh, yeah?
The minute you said it.
Yeah, I can do it. Pre-sale, by the way, begins 10 a.m. local time. You can go to johnmulaney.com for all the information there. Taylor Swift is no longer the world's youngest self-made female billionaire.
Can I guess?
Sure.
Oh, billionaire.
Yeah, billionaire.
Kardashian?
I don't have a name,
Oh.
but I will tell you she has been overtaken by a 30-year-old co-founder of an AI startup
Oh. Okay.
Oh yeah.
who is already a billionaire. Is that crazy?
I believe it though. AI is so huge right now.
Yeah.
I love my AI.
Yeah.
I love talking to it. I love it having it make pictures for me.
You still the Bailey?
Yeah.
Is she still mean?
No. That was so they gave you an option. It was called Mondays, where you can talk to her and
Yeah.
she'd be mean to you. But good
It's-
morning, Bailey. I don't know if she's.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm great, thanks. What's on your mind today?
Can you tell me who the members of the Mike Calta Show are?
Sure. The Mike Calta Show team includes you, Galvin, Gio, Pat, videographer, and Carmen as the producer.
Yeah, that is correct. A little bit of a glitch in the audio there, but that was pretty good.
Does anybody know who the voice is on the Gemini commercials?
I don't know what that is.
No.
The Gemini for Google.
Oh no, I don't know.
Hey Gemini, can
It
you
might
help me with
just
this?
be
whatever?
an AI voice.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But it sounds a lot to me, and Carmen, you would know better than I. It sounds like Dwayne Wade.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Oh, I have no idea.
yeah. I don't know. Next time you listen to it, if you see the commercial, whatever, I see it all the time. And they're like, "Hey Gemini, can you look at this spider?" You know, and tell me what. But it sounds a lot like Dwayne Wade. But I can't find. Like I googled it and tried to find out. It may just be, obviously AI. But I thought that they had to like base it on somebody or do something. But who
Well, yeah,
knows?
like the one woman who was the voice of Siri, the original Siri.
Right.
Like she was that for years.
And they recorded all that stuff though, right?
I think so. Well,
But now they can just take.
yeah, the TikTok girl is actually a radio personality. You hear like the voice on TikTok, and it's like I was this years old, and people put that over there. That's actual like a woman.
Oh,
Yeah.
have you seen that girl? She's does the prank phone calls all the time, where she does like you're on hold, whatever.
Nah.
She'll call like back to
Oh,
telemarketers that call her, and she'll be like, "To accept, press 1."
Oh.
And she does the voice really well, and she's like laughing while she do, off mic, whatever. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It just sounded like Dwayne Wade to me, but I don't know who it is. Speaking of, I guess Taylor Swift, is she a Gen Zer? No, she's 30.
I don't know. I get all confused.
Carmen, are you a Gen Zer? What
I'm
are
a
you?
millennial.
Millennial?
Yeah.
Well, a website has put out a list of common skills that boomers are shocked that Gen Zers don't know how to do.
All right, so this is what I think about for me to my kids.
Well, are we boomers? I thought we're Gen X.
Our parents.
It says Gen Z is 13 to 28.
Okay. So 13 to 28. And then what are boomers? Boomers are, I think, over 60.
Gen X is 45 to 60.
Okay. So then
Yeah.
boomers are over 60.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although we could be called boomers
Yeah.
easily.
I've been.
Yeah, exactly. If there's a 12-year-old in your house,
You've been a boomer,
maybe
yeah.
calling you a boomer. So these are things that boomers are shocked that Gen Zers don't know how to do. Okay?
Yeah.
How to read a map and figure out directions without GPS.
I would be floored if one of my idiot kids could do that.
Right. We just talked about it the other day.
Yeah.
We were talking about without
No way.
GPS how difficult that is, to be able to do. But yeah, most of them wouldn't be able to do that. How about would they be able to address a piece of mail?
I don't know.
Doubtful.
I don't know when. Probably not.
Yeah.
They would
Probably
say,
not.
why are we mailing that?
Yeah.
Probably not. I know Joey has sent packages before, but he mostly
But
like
would
overnight stuff.
would they know to put it up in the left-hand corner and put it small?
I don't know.
Would they
that.
know where to get a stamp?
Yeah, I mean,
I
you
mean,
know, they
yeah.
know the post office.
Yeah.
So
I'd
don't know.
say no.
I don't know if they know how to write a envelope for a letter.
To like format it on the envelope, I say my kids would not know that.
Yeah.
How about how to unclog a toilet using a plunger?
No way.
Yes, I know my son could do that.
Yeah, my son can do that too.
Yeah.
That son of a bitch clogs the toilet up all the time.
Oh, they get
wow.
big turds,
And I make him do it.
big teenage turds.
Yep.
How about would they be able to tell time on a clock with hands?
Yes.
Yes.
Not a digital.
Yeah.
The regular clock
Yeah.
with hands. Yeah. How to type on an actual keyboard? Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
most of them have laptops and stuff. Be able to do it. How to mend clothes or sew a button on?
no way.
Yeah.
No way.
I don't even know.
Actually, one of my daughters, she probably knows how to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, my youngest daughter.
Can your wife do that stuff?
Oh yeah.
I can sew a button on, but I'm not.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about how to cook? Uber
Yeah.
Eats, everything else.
Yeah, they can cook.
Yeah.
They can cook. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen them. Joey and his girlfriend cook all the time, and they can cook. Juliana makes her own eggs.
It's so funny. When my son was younger, the first time he was, I heard the stove. I go, "What are you doing?" And he goes, "I'm making eggs." And I'm like, "Okay." I'm like,
What's going on over there?
Gotta
don't
look
know.
out for a fire.
Yeah, make sure the towel's away from the thing
Yeah.
and this and that. What about how to do basic handyman skills like an outlet replacement or
No.
changing a light
No.
I
fixture?
can't do that.
Or installing a shelf on the wall.
Shelf I could probably do, and it'll fall eventually.
Yeah. Won't
but
be,
the kids are not doing any of those things.
Even or-
My son is learning all that stuff from my in-laws. My brother-in-laws and my father-in-law, they do all kinds of handyman stuff, and he's learning that.
My son knows the Caldino.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you think your son knows to find a stud in the wall to hang something or any of that stuff? Or
Definitely
even
not.
how to find a stud in the wall?
No.
My father-in-law just put a staircase in his house.
Yeah.
And he did it all himself.
Probably
And,
the hardest thing to do.
and my son went over there and helped him like every day. And now he says,
That's
"Oh, yeah."
great.
My son goes, "Yeah, I could probably do that now. It wasn't that hard."
How great is that, though, to have the other generation showing your son and your son being interested in being able to do it? Because I I don't have any of those skills. My dad could do stuff and my brother Tim could do stuff. I was too busy, lighting firecrackers and doing who knows what.
I had nobody to show me that stuff, so I constantly encourage him to learn all that stuff, and he seems to like it.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, my cousins are all like that. They're all handymen. They all did construction. I don't have any of those
Yeah.
skills whatsoever.
And because I didn't learn how to do it, I feel like I give up too easily. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't have the patience to even do that. Like, I'm like, drywall. You put up a whole room of drywall. And he's like, "Yeah, it was no big deal." I'm
Yeah.
like, "All right, good."
Steven, why don't you come here?
Yeah.
What about would the Gen Zers know how to write a check?
I don't know, man.
No,
I don't think so.
I don't think they'd even know what a check is.
Write
Yeah.
it out, put the number.
Well, they've
date
probably
it.
they've probably gotten checks before.
Yeah, but like a check, like a checkbook, I don't think they would know.
No, I agree.
How about how to use a manual can opener?
That was one of the things I thought you were going to bring up because I had to teach them how to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we only had a manual. We don't have an electric one, but it took a second for them to figure out how to do that.
This is one that is definitely going by the wayside, and it's going to be a whole secret code. How to write in cursive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they teach them that in school still, and I
In
don't know
some
anybody that
schools.
still
Some,
uses it.
yeah, they don't
Well,
teach them.
Florida, I think, just is trying to make it law now that it has to be taught in schools.
For what though? Like nobody uses it.
Who knows, man?
I mean,
I got to tell you, I was an early adapter of printing everything
Yeah.
because my handwriting looks so much better whenever I print stuff than it does cursive. Cursive, I'm okay, not great, whatever. It's so weird to me. And if you have older parents, you probably know this. The Palmer method. The Palmer method of cursive is the way they taught. My parents wrote exactly the same.
yeah.
Like, I mean, you couldn't tell
Right.
the difference between their cursive, the way
Yeah.
that they wrote. It was exactly the same. It was so weird and
Yeah.
very neat. Very nice.
Yeah, both my parents are good handwriting. I'm a sloppy fool when it comes to writing. I even sign my name differently when I sign it all the time. It just depends on how I'm holding the pen when I grab it.
That was one of the things I taught my son when he was younger. I said, pick your signature. I
Mhm.
go, it doesn't have to be great. It just has to be the same. I said, just make it something you can make it the same all the time.
Yeah, but I have a few different ones. I have the signed 300 real estate papers signature, and then I have the I just signed a 5-year contract signature, and there's just different.
I sign everything the same, and you can see the G, and then there's a dot in there.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, that's all you're getting. Like if you didn't know me and you didn't see me sign it, you would go, I don't know who this is.
Yeah, the G's are hard. G's are, you gotta,
You know what's funny is even in my signature, I use printed G's, but a fast printed G. I don't use the cursive G because I don't like
Cursive G's ugly.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I use it. Yeah, I'm the same way. Like the G's almost a regular G, not a cursive.
Yeah.
When I was younger, yes, but no, because my name's 2 G's as well.
Mine's 3 G's.
Oh, yeah.
Yours is 3 G's.
No.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You dummy.
I was thinking my middle name. I was thinking initials. Initials.
No, you have 3 G's in your name, though.
All right. I believe you.
I'll write it down for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
What about how to drive a stick shift?
No.
My son does know how to. Yeah.
Yeah?
He's learned. Yeah.
My wife does not know how to drive a stick shift. We just had this conversation the other day. When she was younger, her parents bought her a Nissan 300Z. There was stick shift. She didn't know how to drive it.
Yeah.
And she goes, and my dad tried to teach me how to drive it, and I got so frustrated, they gave it to my brother, and he ruined it.
I can see that. My first car was a stick shift.
My first car was a stick shift. I did not know how to drive stick shift, but I rode motorcycles, and I figured it out in 5 minutes.
It takes a minute. I remember being I remember stalling out at like a stoplight and being so embarrassed because the whole car goes, and like stalls out. And when you just start driving, you're freaking out.
My son thought about doing valet, and I said, not until you learn how to drive a stick shift.
Yeah.
That's going to be the number one thing.
I mean, are a lot of cars still? How many cars are not automatic now, though?
Yeah, you get a Corvette.
Maybe a sports car.
Yeah, sports cars. Yeah.
I have paddles on my thing. I don't know. I've never used them. I don't know. I got paddles on there. I hit it one time, and my car revved, and I went, "Oh, I don't know what's going on. Please stop."
Galvin, I have paddles.
Yeah.
When I was a teenager, it was fun to drive a stick shift. At the time.
Yeah. Even if it was a beater car.
Yeah.
It was still fun. Yeah.
I had a Toyota Tercel stick shift.
We had my brother Tim had a Buick. It wasn't a Skylark. Maybe it was an old Skylark, whatever. It was 3 on the tree.
Nice.
You ever do that?
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
My brother had a truck with 3 on the tree.
Yeah.
It's fun to drive.
What about this? Gen Zers know how to read Roman numerals?
I even mess those up.
Some of those, I think they get.
I'm like, what Super Bowl is it?
Yeah. Like I can do the big ones. I know. Okay, the V is 5, and then the ones before the number.
Start putting M's in there. We got problems.
You throw a C in there.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, whatever. And then what about how to use non-mobile technology?
Like what?
I don't know what that would be. Non-mobile technology. Whether that's
like a computer,
I guess.
Yeah.
But even using like a maybe TV remote and stuff.
I don't know. Kids can use both those things.
Yeah.
But,
I don't think my son would know how to use a crock pot, let alone that's not mobile.
You're just the same kid that you just said could drive a stick and build drywall. You think can't throw stuff in a crock pot and turn it on?
I don't think so. I think
I'm on his side on that
I
one.
think he would call and ask.
I mean, it just seems too simple for him.
He could drywall your house, but he can't turn on a crock pot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? Well, there you go. That is it for news.
All right, Galvin, thank you. You still have another 15 minutes or so to get the Bone Bonus keyword in. If you haven't done so already, you just download the Bone app and put it in there. It is free, and you could win $1,000. Another chance coming up at 10 o'clock before we get out of here. And then again at noon, 2, and 5. We got to take a break. A brand new open letter from Galvin is next on 102.5 The Bone. And my alarm is just a kind of thing, but I'll get up and I'll brush my teeth, and I'll be like, it's stuck in my head every morning. Isn't that weird?
Is your alarm? Does it go do 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 do?
No, you know what? The 2 songs that get stuck in my head is this one and the I'm not gonna shut this thing of it. Every morning.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that
Sugar Ray.
Oh my God. 2 horrendous songs.
Yeah, but you don't like that one because he smelled Amanda's hair, the singer.
No, I don't like him because of that. The song is just.
Sugar Ray did that?
No. Sugar Ray is actually pretty cool. I like Mark McGrath. I've hung out with him a couple times. I just don't like Stephen Jenkins.
Oh.
He almost died that day. It was tough. I almost had to beat up all Third Eye Blind.
It's time to fight, Third Eye Blind.
Yep.
Do you know what that's from?
Yes.
That's when Creed fought 311.
Oh, yeah.
They got in an argument and they broke it up. And then Scott Stapp went on and said 311, it's time to fight. Goddamn best. He's the best. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to check in with Galvin. He has a brand new open letter.
And now, an open letter from Galvin.
This is an open letter to people and places that want us to do the work. Dear people and places that want us to do the work, seriously, I don't work for you. So when you have a commercial for your product that tells me to see what happens next in the commercial by just going to whatever your website is.com, good luck. I'm not doing homework to find out about your crappy product. You know what happens next on more about, you want to know what happens next and more on this commercial about this product? Then pony up and pay for a 60-second commercial and explain it better. You want to know if I'm interested in visiting your website? Just visit my website, www.nowayjose. It ain't happening, Captain. I know it's a novelty thing, but if I'm going to a restaurant, it's because I don't want to cook my own food. That's literally the whole reason I'm here. Don't bring me over a hot rock and some raw meat and be like, here, dummy, you cook it. I barely like going to Chipotle. Just make a burrito. I'll take out whatever I don't want in it. Self-checkout at the store? Sure, sounds great on paper until you're in the real world and you're trying to bag 50 items and balance it all on a shelf that is barely big enough to fit a can of soup and a pack of gum on. Sure, you want me to bag my own groceries? Then offer me $20 off. Even then, I'm probably going to pass. I don't want to stay in an Airbnb. What am I doing? Washing towels and bedspreads and doing dishes? What did I pay for? I thought I was on vacation. Hotels for the win. Hands down. Take my bags to the room, crank down the AC, and I'm going to use every towel whenever I take a shower and then throw them all on the floor. Someone else will sneak in my room when I'm not there, pick them up, and replace them with nice new clean ones. Now that's living. I guess you could say I'm more of a, not so much of a DIY type of person, do-it-yourself kind of guy. I'm more of a YDI, or you-do-it type of guy. I'm Galvin from the Mike Calta Show, and this has been an open letter to people and places that want us to do the work.
So I did some shopping this weekend.
Yeah.
At Publix. And I'm not against the self-checkout when you have 3 items or 5 items.
3 items, 5 items. Fantastic.
I had a whole cart full of stuff.
Yeah, then have other carts there for me to be able to put my stuff in. I'm not leaving my cart, walking 50 yards over here while these people are like, hey, are you done? Or what's going on? You know, other people trying to check out. If you have carts there ready to go, that's a different story because then I can put it in the other cart. I'm not bagging it, balancing it, doing a whole shift around.
It's a lot. So,
you know?
I know it seems like it's lazy. It's not. I'm uncoordinated. And you're right, balancing and repackaging and then trying to do it when there's people standing behind me and giving me the rush. It's like when you're playing golf and there are foursomes waiting for you to behind you. You feel rushed.
And then you have a gallon of milk and it's not in a bag and you go, well, I don't normally bag my milk. Did I ring that up? I don't know. And then you go out and then you're in prison.
Then what happens
years.
if you're getting aluminum pans? You know, like those aluminum pans that you make like something in and then throw them out.
Yeah.
Where are you putting those? You can't put those in a bag. And if you do, they fit in the bag and then you put other stuff. I'm a novice when it comes to this stuff. All my life, somebody else has been bagging it for me.
Right.
Now all of a sudden I got to do the bagging and the checkout at the same time. Neither one of those things I applied for.
Although, always deny the help out to the car. Right.
Oh, yeah,
Has anybody ever said?
No.
No.
Yeah.
One time. And it was the biggest mistake of my life. It made me feel like the biggest creep. So the girl at the counter, she was like talking to her friend. She was like, yeah, so we're going to get dresses this week and we're going to the prom and this, that, and the other thing. Blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, can I help you to the car? And I was like, no, I got it. And she goes, come on, please. I want to leave the store. I go, oh, okay, yeah, that's fine, whatever. So she wheels it out and we're walking to the car. I go, so you got prom coming up this weekend? And she was like, what?
Oh, no.
Like, don't talk to me. I don't know. I was trying to be nice.
Thanks, old man.
You know, I could pay
no,
for a nice dress for you.
no.
Yeah.
She just, they were just having that conversation. I was trying to be nice to her. And
Don't
talk
eavesdrop.
Yeah.
I wasn't eavesdropping. They were flaunting it in front of my face.
Flaunting it,
Whoa.
Your Honor.
You're listening.
Your Honor, she was flaunting it.
Yes. Shut up.
Not my fault.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hey, what about at Home Depot? They got all the self-checkouts, and then the only cashier aisles they have, their backs to you. There's a computer, and there's no, like, place to put your stuff. Like, literally, there's just enough room for your credit card and her little keypad. It's very awkward.
Yeah. And honestly, I don't know about you, sir, but I'm going to be honest. When I go to Home Depot, I'm stealing something every time I go. I feel like
That's
it's
fine.
I feel
I
like it's a
respect
tax.
you more for saying that.
Yeah.
But my thing is they're prepping for AI. That cashier is now going to be a robot that just pans to the right, looks at you, and then pans to the left while you check out. And that person's going to be gone. But the aisle to put your stuff is gone. It's so weird. Like I just went there, and there's nowhere to put your stuff.
Yeah, I'm with you, dude. It's not only are we losing the people, but we're losing the counter space.
I had to do self checkout at the store the other day, and I had something that was frozen, and the barcode was like frozen over, and it had like a crease in it. And
Yeah,
stuff.
I had to do that
I'm
too.
trying to do it and stuff, and then I'm like, I don't know the source code, and it's coming up with the thing. And
I got a
there's
fresh-
never anybody around.
I got a fresh mozzarella, and it didn't hold the shape very well.
Yeah.
I had to iron out the thing. Listen, I hate to sound like a complainer, but you're making us do too much.
Yeah.
We didn't sign up for this.
True or false? I've left my whole cart and just walked away.
Yo,
before.
100%. 100%.
And said as I went out, real nice.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I got you on the best one. You ever buy parsley?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Ring that up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Ring up any lightweight vegetable,
Mm.
and I had to scan it, and then I got to tell you how many I have. I got to weigh it. Now I'm weighing fruit.
You got to look up the code.
Now I'm a
type it
produce
in.
guy.
Yeah.
I also love, you're doing it and you're stacking it on this little baby shelf and you're trying to put the bags and stuff and everything. And it says, you didn't put that in the bagging area. And you're like, I'm doing a thing over here.
Yeah,
I'm
we
trying
got-
till I get
I'm working.
a bag
I'm working
full.
here.
You want me to use one bag for each item?
We're not there yet. We're not there yet. The self-delivering pizzas. We're not there. A couple of these things. We're getting close, but we're not there.
It's rough.
Walmart's all self checkout.
But it should be. It should be now. The technology that we have. Everything's tagged in the store. Okay. Everything's got a code on it. Everything's got a tag on it. They're expecting us to go over there and scan. So then, why isn't it that we just don't walk through like a metal detector and it says $111 and you swipe your card and you go?
They have that.
Right,
yeah.
but that's the way. That's the perfect way to do it.
It's just not everywhere.
At USF, they have like a almost like a snack room thing, and you go in there and you just walk out, and it automatically knows what you took.
We have a snack room at Cox where you walk in there and
Yeah.
then you just take whatever you want. You don't pay for it.
The Amazon stores like that too.
You're actually supposed to pay
it,
for it, yeah. But I a lot of times will go over by the computer and go, what's happening? Just touch,
Shake the computer a little bit.
Amalie Arena has, they'll have the people out there with like the beer tubs and the different stuff, but then they also have that thing where you just go and you buy it and you scan over top of thing, and then and I'm like, listen, it's new technology, and I figured it out, and I'm like, okay, that's how I do it. But I got to imagine that there's people who are like, who do I talk to?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just no idea.
It gets confusing.
That's a lot.
I don't know. All right. 800-771-1025 are the phone numbers. If you are just joining the show, Bert Kreischer called me last night. They are looking for 2 tattoo artists to work at the Two Bears 5K, which is happening May 5th at Raymond James Stadium. Not for everybody. I think they have 2 people that they want to give tattoos to. Probably the Two Bears logo, the Porosos logo, and they need them to be on the field at Raymond James Stadium doing it on Saturday, May 5th. If you'd like to be a part of that and you're a tattoo artist, please, only if you're a tattoo artist, not if you're some guy who's been practicing when you were in prison. Yeah. If you're somebody that has a shop or something along those lines, I know a couple people have got me already. I'll take care of it after the show. But if you can hit me up at the Mike Calta Show on Instagram, I'll be happy to get back to you later today, and we'll get that worked out. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Good morning. How y'all doing?
Good. What's up, buddy?
Well, listen, I was just worried about when they start doing the flying cars and everything like runs into each other. Do the cars just fall to the ground and the wreckers come pick them up?
I
That's
don't
what
know.
I'm really worried about.
I think that. How old of a man are you, sir?
I'm 53 years old.
So we're the same age. I don't think in our lifetime we will ever see the flying cars.
But have
Sad.
you seen the commercials with the cars that look like spaceships now? I mean,
Yes.
the whole dashboard is just touchscreen. And I'm thinking, okay, the flying cars here, they're just not flying yet. But when they start flying, there's going to be accidents everywhere. People can't drive on roads.
Right.
Give them open air. What's
Right.
going to happen?
I don't want my wife to fly in the air. Are you kidding me? She's terrible on the road. I'm with you, sir.
Absolutely not.
I
All right,
think
take
that.
it easy.
Thank you. They build them. If you're willing to risk having a flying car, it should just disintegrate once you to save the people on Earth. once your car crashes into another car, it's your fault, and you just disintegrate.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, that's going to be the technology. But
Ashes
we'll
to ashes, dust to dust.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't think we're not going to see flying cars in our lifetime.
not commercial.
Not like Back to the Future.
Yeah.
No. I don't think we'll see anything of the sort. I think there'll be one or two that are made that people that like some guy from Abu Dhabi will have, and he never uses it anywhere. He just owns it and flies it around the desert every once in a while, and then that's it.
What about like hovering cars? Like they hover just like a foot off the ground.
No.
Can't fly.
That would make the most sense because then everything will run on magnets and it'll be cheaper. But
Right.
no, the infrastructure that would have to go in for that, they'd have to put all those magnet roads down.
We have seen, some of the people that have the Iron Man suits that do the stuff.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean they have, but a lot of that's over water too.
Right.
You know? So you got you doing that over the water, you're using
By
the
the
water
way,
pressure.
could you imagine? Well, no, not even water pressure. They're using the actual like jet propulsion, whatever.
Oh, okay.
The
But
Army
they
has
do
one
it
of
a lot
those.
of times
Yeah,
where
you see.
they land on like a naval ship or do something, whatever. But also, if you're wearing all that and it goes and you're over water,
Oh, yeah.
and then you're in the water and you're in a big
In
giant
iron.
suit,
Yeah.
good luck.
And I think they can only fly for like 5 minutes. Like it's very short.
Yeah. Well, we haven't quite perfected that yet.
No.
Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Good morning, Mike. How you guys doing?
Good, what's happening?
Let me take this one step further with the self checkout. I was living out in Arizona for a bunch of years, and there's a store out there called Fry's. They're a company on the Kroger, and they would have this thing where it was called Scan and Go. So if you had the little Fry's card, you pick up one of these little device things, and you do your shopping, and you scan each item as you put it in the basket.
Kind of like when you're
the
doing a
problem with
wedding
that is-
registry.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And you register everything, and then when you get to the register, you just hit the little button thing, and it supposedly comes up. But everybody was stealing with that thing. They had to discontinue it. They were almost going out of business because of it.
Yeah, I think everybody's stealing now. I think people are just taking their losses because it's easier, but I think people are stealing now.
Yeah, I think you think, hey, I'm bagging my own groceries. Well, if you're getting paid $8 an hour, then I'm taking this.
Yeah, this gum is mine.
Yeah.
I'm just taking the gum. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
I think the real worry should be is whenever the apes come back and come riding in on horses. They're coming. You know they're coming.
Who's coming?
The apes riding on horseback.
Oh, apes. I thought you said AIDS, and I couldn't picture AIDS on a horse.
Damn dirty apes.
Yeah.
Mike
get your
Calta
hands
Show,
off
hello.
me.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Like,
Yes, sir.
hey, good morning. China's way more advanced in China. Whether you buy groceries or clothes, you just put the bag of merchandise in a box and it scans it off.
That's the way it should be. If we're going to be in charge of doing our own checking out and bagging, then it should be that simple for us. You throw in a box, you walk through, it's already on your debit card.
Yeah.
That's the way it'll go. Mike Calta Show, hello.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good. What's happening?
Not much. This is Shane from First Watch. Miss you guys. Haven't seen you in a while.
Hey, buddy.
My buddy owns that new Brazilian steakhouse. It's called Rodizio in Wesley
That's
Chapel.
what it is. Yeah.
Oh, when is that happening?
Yeah. End of May. So I've talked to Carmen already. I'll get you guys' emails and get you some friends and family passes for that first opening weekend if you want.
Listen, if they nothing's better than a fat guy talking about a good restaurant.
Dude, it's awesome. It's really, really good. They got little chicken hearts and some rattlesnake sausages and all kinds of cool stuff there.
Good. Brazilian steakhouses are great, and we have nothing like that in this area. So I hope it is a huge success for them.
They'll kill it. All right, cool. Thanks, guys. Have a great
brother.
day.
Good talking to you.
Wow, we never get the invite to the the pre thing.
It's me, Gio.
Yeah.
I know it's me. I bring us down.
Very rare.
I'm sorry.
No, we're in. This guy says we're in.
Yeah. To have chicken hearts.
Yeah. I can't wait to see Ann, Kelly, and Drew there. It's going to be great.
I saw Monica on social media had a raise, like, I don't know, zip up hoodie thing, whatever. And I was like, oh, did they give more stuff? And they didn't give it to us, but I think it was an older one. I think it was
really?
one, that she said she's had for a while.
She made it out of the roof.
Yeah.
Wow. You can buy the roof now.
I know. I already got one. Though.
Yeah. But now they're selling to everybody.
I know.
$15 a slice of Tropicana Field.
I drove by there on Saturday, headed down to Big Top Live, and it is just striking when you pass it. I mean, as many times as I see it, it's just unbelievable. To look at it and think it's an old abandoned building, nothing. But to think that it was destroyed by nature and only a couple of months ago is pretty insane.
The first time I saw in person, it was like, wow.
Yeah, because it was still had some stuff hanging off the sides.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to do anything but smash that. I mean, what happens every time it rains? It's got to be killing that place.
Well, I guess they had to build infrastructure to protect like the electronics and stuff inside. Yeah. But they say that they're going to be open by next season, and they're going to play the next 3 seasons in the Trop.
I don't think so.
That's what they say.
I'm betting against. I'm not saying I hope it doesn't happen. I just don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah,
I think they're going to have to figure something else out.
People seem to be liking the Steinbrenner Field setup.
Sure. Why wouldn't you like being able to sit practically on the baseline when you go to a game?
Yeah.
The worst seat in the house is the best seat. You can sit all the way up at the top. And where are you? You're in a skybox.
Yeah.
That's where the skyboxes are. You're right next to them. It's one of the nicest minor league stadiums in the country. And you got Major League Baseball happening there.
I'm in.
How weird was it for the Yankees to have to go into the visitor locker room, though? That's got to feel nuts.
I bet, yeah.
But they probably use that anyway during the season. They probably use both of them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right, we got to take a break. If you'd like to get through on this program, 800-771-1025. We got another opportunity to win $1,000. I knew it was a hiccup. $1,000 coming up with the Bone Bonus keyword. That'll happen at 10 o'clock this morning. Then again at noon, 2 and 5. Stand by. We should have a winner already for this hour, but we got another one coming up at 10 o'clock. It's the Mike Calta Show. This is 102.5 The Bone.
Yeah, replays.
Yeah. What are you going to replay? Anything? I haven't heard anything worth a replay yet.
So usually when I do the replays, I just take it all the way back from 6 o'clock, and then I play the first segment.
Smart.
And then after that, I just go over news.
Smart.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm just putting in carts, so it's just going to be running.
What is our next thing that we have to look forward to now that the cruise is over?
Mm-mm.
We used to do events. We don't do events anymore. We had the cruise. We had the 5K. I wouldn't say I'm looking forward to that.
Oh.
And then what? Yeah, right. We're
Summer vacation.
I mean, that's the thing. Usually it's like something work related that we're forward to, and we've got nothing.
Got anything on the Pipple Toddler schedule I can look forward to?
I mean, we're back at Big Top Live October 3rd.
Yeah.
October's going to be here before you know it.
No, it will not. Come on, don't rush the year. Every year that goes by is another year off our lives, Gio. And as you said, we've lived longer than we'll live.
That is 100% true.
Ooh. Did you watch wrestling?
I did.
The what is today? Today is Wednesday, so it would have been Monday.
Monday Night Raw, yeah.
I did put it on for a second, but was very bored by it. When I don't understand it, I get bored.
I hated John Cena as a bad guy. After Monday, I love John Cena as a bad guy.
You want to tell you what? John Cena to me is a genius. He is. I mean, you look at his body; he got there by pure hard work. Okay, he looks the way he does, and that's what got him into the WWE. And then he becomes a good wrestler, and then he becomes a good promo cutter, and he becomes one of the biggest of all time. Okay, arguably some of the greatest of all time. Then not only in the ring, but out of the ring, goes on to be one of the most used people for Make-A-Wish. And he really cares about that and does, great things with those kids as well. And I'm sure has countless other charity things that he's done. He's fantastic. Now everybody's coming for a piece of him. I saw Goldberg yesterday. Did you see any of this?
No.
Goldberg was like, I could have done the same thing as Cena and turn heel. They wanted me to turn heel so many times, but I didn't want to do it to the Make-A-Wish kids. I didn't want to make. I was like, shut your goddamn mouth.
Yeah, and listen, they don't care. People still want to meet John Cena no matter what.
And kids know.
Of
kids
course.
still want to meet you. They want to meet you because of the big thing that you look like.
Yeah.
I
just love now that you can tell all the stuff he's kind of kept to himself because he's John Cena.
He gets to spill out a little bit. Yeah.
Able to say,
yeah.
Like people bugging him in public places and fans being, too crazy and stuff when he's around out in public. I love that kind of stuff.
Well, now that Pat McAfee is part of the announce team and Pat McAfee's on ESPN, there's a lot more crossover between the two. I saw the clip that we talked about the other day with John Cena on McAfee, where he was talking about how he was forced to get hair replacement because of the people yelling at him and telling him how bad he looks.
He said he was bullied into getting hair replacement surgery.
But he's been bald before. Why didn't he just shave his head bald?
Well, I think for these movie roles, they don't always want the bald guy.
Yeah, but you could put a piece on for a movie.
No, those never look good.
He said he got the good ones, and they're already growing back in. He said the little wispy ones are out, and the new ones are growing back in.
He goes, the fuzzies are there.
Yeah. Yesterday, Paul Heyman was on rambling about Roman Reigns. I don't know anything about this, nor do I really care. But it's big, fat-headed Paul Heyman just crying about Roman Reigns, and then it turns really awkward for Pat McAfee.
Yeah, at the end is where Heyman kind of comes out of character and gets like a jab in, and clearly makes McAfee and his entire staff very nervous because it's about ESPN.
You have to hear
on.
You have to hear the whole clip in order for it to really get taken in full context. It's a little boring, but give it a second.
Sometimes the truth is so right in front of you that you do these Kennedy assassination conspiracy theories to try to figure out what's really going on, and this is a straight line, and it doesn't take me to point it out to Seth Rollins, and it doesn't take Seth Rollins to point it out to me. We just happen to be two like-minded, like-interested people walking into the main event of WrestleMania and understanding that we both suffered the same fate at the tribal chief Roman Reigns. That Roman Reigns uses everyone in his sight, squeezes the juice out of the fruit till it's not useful anymore, and then discards them like he did to me.
Still. Yeah, here it
and
comes.
And that CM Punk.
Here it comes.
See, CM Punk does as much good to my reputation as Shannon Sharp does to ESPN.
Oh, no, jeez. Oh, boy. All right, see, we don't need that. We don't need that. A lot going on.
Don't ooh me. I'm not the one getting sued.
Whoa, okay. All right. Whoa. We move along. We get it.
Wise man.
We get what you're saying. Okay. We get it, okay.
You know how hard that is to be the guy. You want to be McAfee. You want to laugh. You can't laugh.
No.
You want to dump out. You can't dump out. You don't know what to do. You're right in the. You're just caught in the middle.
And you happen to be in front of. You're not on your show is in front of a live crowd,
right?
As opposed to just in your studio.
Still though, one of my hard position to be in. One of my favorite things to do to people.
Oh yeah.
I love to make it uncomfortable.
Just jam them up right there.
Just jam it up right out. Lay it right out there.
You could tell McAfee right away. Goes whoa.
Yeah,
we can't.
I bet he doesn't really care.
Yeah, isn't he playing into it, like playing the character and doing the stuff?
Well, he did a lot of hey.
If you see the video, he looks like, no, we're not talking about that because it's ESPN, and it's all at this point, it's all alleged stuff. And Shannon Sharp, huge part of ESPN.
Yeah, but also if you say it, I'll pretend like I'm, hey, we can't say that.
I mean, that's the thing. You can't tell if it's that was real or legit. I mean, if it's legit, all of his guys are like, whoa, man.
I heard the audio yesterday of the girl on the phone with Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
Now, but what is the story that he allegedly raped her?
That's what I believe she is saying.
But he's threatened her physically.
He came out and said it was nothing but a shakedown.
Yeah, I saw
because
that.
I thought she wanted like somewhere like $50 million.
He offered her $10 million to settle, and she said no.
Yeah,
and that's what she's suing him for now.
The $50 million.
Yeah,
yeah.
But $50 million for what? What is the actual for rape or for what? Like, and can you just do that? Can you just be like, he raped me, I want $50 million? Is that how it goes?
You can allege anything.
I mean, but
and you know that just putting it out there
isn't as damaging enough.
Right, exactly. So if you don't want me to put it out there, you pay me. I'm not going to pay you. Well, I'm going to put it out there, and then you're going to have to pay me for me to either retract it or to, help make it go away.
I was saying this morning about my wife never laid a hand on our children, but has threatened them. As if we were in a gang or in an old school mafia movie. She has said, you do that again and I will punch you in the face. Never touch the kids, never hurt them. And then this one, he was on the phone with her and he said, if you use that word again, I'm going to come down there and whatever he said to her. But you can't take that. You can't take that seriously if there's no proof that he did anything.
So she's saying sexual assault, and like non-consensual encounters. Was what she's claiming.
Yeah.
So not only did he allege he may have raped me, but he also beat the hell out of me.
Carmen, I have to go to you on this one.
Why?
We set you up on a couple of dates over the years. Let's say one of them was you went out with that UFC fighter one time. What was his name?
Rashad. Yeah.
Rashad Evans?
Yeah.
Kimbo Slice?
No. You went out with Rashad Evans one time. Nothing happened. You guys just hung out. What if Rashad tried to rape you, what would be the first thing that you would do?
Call the police.
Oh, what? Call the police? That doesn't seem to be the thing. Why doesn't anybody ever do that in these cases?
Well, most of them are like traumatized, and a lot of them are shocked. I can say I've never been in a situation like that.
And I can't speak for people who have been in that situation, but it just seems kind of odd to me that that's never the first thing that people do.
Yeah, and again, I can't speak to that. I don't know why, but there are some cases where like the victims get like paralysis and they can't move and they can't do anything, and before they even realize
I'm just using this girl specifically. She doesn't seem paralyzed to me. She seems like she's pretty vocal. She seems like she has a little bit of a plan. I don't know Shannon Sharpe, and what I do know of him, I don't like him, so I'm certainly not sticking up for him.
But Well, because I read something and it sounded like it started off with consent. It did sound like there was a mutual consent happening, and it took a turn, according to her.
Oh,
by the way, she's gorgeous.
Is she?
Oh yeah. Joe has a picture of her.
Well, what's her name, Joe? How'd you find her?
Well, just put in accuser Shannon Sharpe accuser,
because there were multiple pictures that popped up of wrong girls.
Because she is an OnlyFans model.
In the lawsuit, it says there's no name. It says Jane Doe.
No, her name is Gabriella.
It came out.
Yeah, Gabriella. I can't remember. I looked it up yesterday.
I don't
Spent
know
a serious amount of time looking for her online.
I don't know a bunch about Shannon Sharpe. I see him on the different things, but I will tell you, have you ever seen all his things he does whenever he claims Lakers will win the championship in 5?
No.
Where he does the different rhymes and stuff. He'll go, Jason Kidd, Billy the Kid. You see what Luka did? Lakers in 5. Lakers in 5.
Yeah.
Lakers in 5. Yeah. But it's so funny. He does a bunch of different ones. He'll go Lou Dort, Jim Shorts, People Court. Lakers in 5.
She says there's a sex tape, and she's going to release it.
Oh,
so what?
Well, she claims the sex tape shows that it was against her will.
Oh.
And he is saying, well, why don't you release the entire thing instead of just a small?
So like there might be a short clip where she's like, choke me, and then he chokes her, and he's like, oh.
Yeah, or there could be, they agree to have it be a situation where she's saying no, and him forcing himself, whatever.
We call that Carmen on the bench.
But then, there's a safe word if it gets too much, whatever. But that may be role playing that they're doing.
Remember, not too long ago, he went live on Instagram or whatever while he was hooking up with some chick.
Oh, really?
And streamed the entire thing on the internet.
Streamed the entire thing and was having sex.
But like I think the phone was down on the table.
Right.
And you could just hear
all the
bed.
stuff.
You could hear what was going on.
And him saying some stuff.
Yeah, he seems like an idiot.
He seems like a real
idiot. He really is not.
I have no way to tell by looking at him whether he's a rapist or not. He seems like a real idiot.
But,
do I feel like he's capable of this? Sure.
Yeah, but you know what also he seems like is a rich guy who's on television that has a bunch of broads after him, and he's just taking his pick of the litter and banging a bunch of them.
Yeah, nothing against that.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's the way he wants to live his life and they're happy with him, as long as it's all consensual.
Right. Yeah, that's the whole thing. And that goes for anybody, though.
Yeah. He already offered her $10 million to shut up.
That's what I heard.
That's what she's saying.
Oh, that's what she says? Yeah.
Yeah.
$10 million to go away. That doesn't mean to shut up.
And there's also like stories that are calling her his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah. Right,
like,
right. It wasn't
so they
just a
had
one-time thing.
Right. So they had like some type of relationship.
I'd go away for $10 million.
Oh, yeah. Never see me again.
I'd move in with him for $10 million. I'd do the reverse. $10 million's a nice sum. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Yeah, hey. So yesterday, Candace Owens came out with Shannon Sharpe released all the text messages that she sent him talking about getting choked in a sexual way.
Yeah, that's
so when she tried to use that voicemail, and if you read her text messages, it's kind of hard to buy into.
Right. It seems for me like I'm always going to be the one to take the victim's side at first. Thank you. But I feel like this one here is a quick. It's like he's saying it's more of a shakedown.
He's saying if he had the video, he'd release the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because what does he care?
Yeah.
He's probably got a huge dong. He's probably in great shape. And he's banging a smoking hot girl. What does he care? What is the worst thing that can happen for
downside?
him? Yeah.
Because she threatened to release like a small excerpt. He's like, put it all out. Let's see what's going on.
How much do you think that Ray J, Kim Kardashian sex tape actually helped Ray J's sex life? He's banging that smoking hot Kim Kardashian, and also he had a huge dong.
And it made Kim Kardashian's career.
Right, and Ray J didn't quite get that far, but I mean, as far as his sex life, there had to be a million girls be like, I got to get a piece of that.
I'm sure.
Yeah. So I don't know if I'm Shannon Sharpe, if I'm necessarily worried about what's happening there. Mike Calta Show, good morning.
Hey, what's up there, Mike Calta Show, medicine man?
I think it's too early for you. And then the other thing is if there is some role playing there or some violent play where he's choking her out and she's into that, and she only releases that, it makes it look like he's being abusive.
Well, yeah, he's saying that she's going to release a segment that's going to, include every type of horrible stereotype and make him look like a bad person. I don't know. Anytime I would imagine that anytime your name can be Googled and rape accuser comes up, that's never a good thing.
I know, but
even when you're
unfortunately-
innocent, perception's everything.
Right. Unfortunately, all you have to do is say it, and then that's how it happens.
Yeah.
Mike Calta Show, hello.
Hey, it's the real medicine man. I want tickets to Beyonce.
All right, cool. Thanks, sir. At one point, I have to know when it's been enough to take phone calls. Galvin,
yes,
we do have some stuff to give away.
Mhm.
We have not played Whose Tweet Is It in some time. Do you think we'll be able to do that?
Let's round some up.
This guy's been tweeting.
Oh,
I've been on the Twitter list.
yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm trying to get back into it.
Saw you on Periscope the other day.
No. I loved Periscope.
Yeah.
Before Instagram Live, Periscope was great. I don't really enjoy it yet, but I'm trying to work it back into our show.
Can we all agree that Threads is nothing? Stop it. I mean, I
mean, yeah.
I'm probably more active on Threads because it just takes my Instagram
exactly.
post.
Automatically
That's
does
the
it.
whole thing. I don't think I've ever checked Threads. I
No.
know that my Instagram posts go there, and it's like, all right, whatever.
I check my Zipzoink
Oh yeah, Simsoy.
Got it.
and my Vero every day.
Yeah.
And then I'm
Instagram's
done.
where it's at.
Instagram is where it's at.
Yeah,
which
that's-
is all Facebook. So
Basically.
they win across the board. All right, we'll give away some stuff when we come back. Carmen will tell you what we have to give away, and we'll play a game next. It's a Mike Calta Show. This is 1025 The Bone. Hux Works Suppressors. Hux Works Suppressors.
It's a lot.
Hux Works Suppressors on Saturday. I think I nailed it. All right, Calvin, let's give some stuff away with a little bit of Whose Tweet Is It Anyway. Here we go.
Let the tweeting begin. It's time to play Whose Tweet Is It Anyway? On the Mike Calta Show.
All right, let's do it.
I got to tell you, it's tough, man. Not a lot of people are tweeting, but I put some together for you. I'm going to read a tweet from somebody who is on the Bone on air staff. You guys try and figure it out. First one to get to 3 is going to win something for somebody on the phone lines. Okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go. Joe, you're in this too as well.
All right.
Your first tweet says, USA, 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 probably like 30 times, and then a hashtag 4 nations. Whose tweet is that?
Done.
Mike Kelta's done.
Hashtag what?
4 nations.
Done.
Geo is done.
Done.
Pap's done.
Done.
Carmen's done. Carmen, I will start with you. Whose tweet is that?
I feel like this is one from me a really long time ago.
Okay. Mike Calta, who you got? Mike is shaking you off. He's saying, no way is that Carmen. Who do you think it is?
100% for the win. That is Mike Olivero.
You say Mike Olivero. All right. Gio, who you got?
4 Nations just happened not too long ago. That is Monica.
Says Monica. All right. Pap, what do you think?
Well, I thought Monica as well, but I wrote down Olivero.
Okay.
Do you know how this works?
I changed my mind.
Oh, okay. Well, I can tell you, no points. Nobody got that one right. You would think Olivero because 4 Nations hockey doing that. That was Johnny B.
Oh,
That was Johnny B. Yeah.
Johnny Ballistics.
No points on that. Oh, ripping up the whole page, huh?
Johnny Bariatric.
Taking it out of there. All right. Your next one has a video of a guy, and I'm telling you, I don't know who the guy is, but it says, Willie B is locked in. Would love to see that old school 24 take the checkered flag. Hashtag vroom vroom. Hashtag NASCAR throwback.
That's Chooch.
Nope, Chooch is not on air. Whose tweet is that?
Done.
Carmen's done.
Done.
Pap's done.
Could you give it one more time?
Yeah, so it has a video of a guy who I'm assuming is Willie B that this person is talking about. It says, Willie B is locked in. Would love to see that old school 24 take the checkered flag. Hashtag vroom vroom. Hashtag NASCAR throwback.
Done.
Done.
Gio's done. Mike is done. Pap, I'm going to start with you. Whose tweet is that?
I said John Senning.
So that's John Senning. Mike Calta, who do you think it is?
Emojica.
You said it's Monica. Carmen, what about you?
I think that's a dumb tweet, so that's dumb Mo.
Oh, all right. And Gio, who you got?
From Senning Show, that is John Senning.
You said it's John Senning. So 2 of you say Senning, 1 says Mo. I forget what Mike said, but it was wrong because it is John Senning.
I said Monica.
It is John Senning. So
It was so white, Carmen thought it was Mo.
Pap and Gio both get a point on that one. All right. Your next tweet we're going to go with is this one. It has a picture from the video of the guy who got on the other guy's boat. I'm the best fishing charter captain in the world. And it says, there hasn't been a marine tragedy this epic since the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. And then in parentheses, it says, look it up, kids. And has a winking face.
Done.
Emoji.
Done.
Mike Calta's done. Pap's done. Gio is done.
One more time.
It says there hasn't been a marine tragedy this epic since the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Look it up, kids. Winking face emoji.
Done.
Carmen's done. Carmen, I'll start with you. Whose tweet is that?
Emojica.
You said it's Monica. Pap, who you got?
I went with Mo.
You said it's Mo. Gio, who do you think it is?
Stupid tweet. Stupid Mo.
You said it's Mo. Mike Calta, what do you think?
Could say a lot of things about Mo, but when it comes to music, Mo knows a lot of crappy music. That is Mo.
Where was music involved?
The wreck of the Edmund.
Oh, I got you. I was didn't even connect that. I was like, what are you talking about? I thought you were having a stroke.
Nope.
You say it's Mo. Everyone gets a point except for Carmen. Carmen, you're wrong. That was Mo. What a terrible joke. I mean, isn't he supposed to be?
When you have to tell people to Google your joke, that's never.
Yeah.
That's not good.
That's rough. This next one has a picture of the mother from Arrested Development. It's like a GIF, and it says, Sunday scaries are only a thing when, 1, your weekend wasn't enough of a distraction, 2, you don't like your job. Never understood him. And then it has a smiling face with the tongue out.
What?
I'm just reading what it says.
I'm not on Twitter, man.
Done.
It has a GIF of the mother from Arrested Development. She's drinking a drink, and it says, Sunday scaries are only a thing when, 1, your weekend wasn't enough of a distraction, 2, you don't like your job. Never understood him.
I'm done.
Okay.
Just letting you know.
Mhm.
Because I'm annoyed.
You're annoyed?
Yeah, by this
By this tweet? Yeah. Oh, okay. Carmen's done.
I'm done too.
Mike is done and annoyed. You're done with the game, or you?
Just done.
Gio, I'll start with you. Whose tweet is that?
Monica.
You said that's Monica. Pap, you could win it all right here.
What?
Yeah. Who you got?
I got Monica.
You say Monica. Carmen, what do you think?
I said Monica.
You say Monica. And Mike Kelter, you're annoyed and you're done. What do you got?
There's 2 girls on this radio station.
Okay.
One of them would never put that sentence together. The other one should be the only other person. If anybody besides Monica said Sunday scaries, we're going to have a problem on this thing. I say Monica.
Everybody says Monica. Everybody's correct. Gio and Pap just won the game. They're tied.
All right, let him have a run.
All right, run it off.
I was going to say, Drew has said some really queer stuff, but if he would have bust out a Sunday scaries, we got some problems.
That would change everything.
That would change it. I couldn't look at him the same.
All right, Pap and Gio, it's a runoff. Here we go. Cracker Barrel is so bad, I walked out and actually found solace in an Applebee's. ... Whose tweet is that?
Done.
It's a confusing tweet.
Pap is done.
Applebee's is so bad.
No. Cracker Barrel.
Oh.
Cracker Barrel is so bad, I walked out and actually found solace in an Applebee's.
Done. ...
Done. Gio's done.
Got a lot of things to weigh in here.
Do
you not like Cracker Barrels because they're rumored to be racist? Could be Mo. Could be Spike.
Are you playing?
No, I'm trying to play along. Can I just be
eliminated?
Can I just be? Can I just be a guy who watches?
You're not swaying anybody's decision.
No,
I feel like you're trying to influence Joe.
No, they're already locked in. He's just giving an editorial.
Okay.
I'm just postulating.
I got you.
Gio, you can win it all right here. Who you got?
Mo.
That's Mo.
I feel like it's too well constructed to be Mo. I get it.
I mean,
that was my first choice, but I feel like Mo isn't going to find solace. Drew finds solace.
That's interesting. Guy who's not playing. Pap, you can win it all right here.
Yeah.
Who you got?
It's about food. I'm going with Johnny Beatus.
You say Johnny B.
Yeah.
You say Mo. You say Johnny B.
I said that's wrong.
Solace.
Would you like to weigh in and none?
Yes, I say that's Drew Garabo.
Carmen, you want to guess too? Since everybody's guessing.
She's not even playing.
Yeah, no.
You're not playing. That's Mo.
You're all wrong. That was Dizzy.
Whoa, I would never expect that either. Who taught him what solace means?
I don't know. All right, here we go. Next round of the playoffs between Joe and Pap. Wait, is Mike and Carmen back in? How does this work?
No.
All right, here you go. Your next tweet. Finally got through the JFK files. My takeaway, someone shot him and he died.
All right, I have a guess.
Done. Gio's done. What do you think, Pap?
Good
done?
tweet.
Done.
That's a good tweet.
Yeah, it's a good tweet. I get it.
Pap's done?
Yep.
All right, Pap, I'll start with you. Whose tweet is that?
I'm going with Mo on this one.
Says Mo.
Yeah.
Gio says it's good, but we need a name. Gio, who you got?
That is Johnny B.
Is that Johnny B?
Nobody cares what I think.
One of you just won the game.
It's Joe.
Suck it, Joe.
Pap wins the game. That was another awful
Wow.
Suck it, Gio.
Twitter.
Wow.
At least we were able to get enough to create one game.
Yeah.
Why is it that nobody likes Twitter anymore? Is it because of Elon Musk? Like, is it because they don't like him? I couldn't care less.
It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
If it was something I like and Kanye ran it, I would still use it.
I don't think it's anything Elon Musk. I think it's just everybody's on there. It's just so negative, so political, it shows you stuff that you don't want to see.
That's the number one problem
That's
to me.
a
I
huge
didn't
thing.
sign up for that stuff.
I remember when I first started getting other people on my feed, and I go, I don't follow them. Why am I seeing this?
Right.
And you can't stop it.
They're pushing politics and
all
kinds of stuff. Just like to me, it's nothing but negativity and arguing back and forth. And I'm like, this is not fun.
You get enough of that at work.
Yeah, I don't
From
need
yourself.
politics. I'm not, I used to go to Twitter for funny memes and sports.
Yeah.
And,
Right.
Don't inject stuff into my timeline from people. I don't
feel
care.
you.
If I wanted to find out that, I would follow you.
Because there has been times recently within the last week where I've gotten on Twitter and scrolled through and I went, Jesus Christ, it's too much. And just sat my phone down. I go, it's too much.
If I don't I don't like somebody and then their tweet is injected into my timeline, no, I don't like you. I don't need to hear your thoughts.
Agreed. Okay. We're all on the same page.
Yeah, it's a negative place.
We do agree it's a good place for porn, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can
You
Reddit.
just get in there on the search and just
Reddit's
search
way
anything.
better.
It's better.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Way better.
We've been telling you that for a long time.
Yeah.
I know. It has to be presented to me in a certain way.
I mean, just download the Reddit app, and then
I
all
do-
you
I
have to
have it.
then all you have to do is write what you want to see.
Search.
Oh,
Search box.
all right.
Just all is in there.
Let me see them boobies.
Yeah.
Pops right up.
Show me the butt.
I'm back on wanting to be on OnlyFans.
Oh.
Doing
No.
Oh, wait.
Okay, that's a new. I was not aware of this.
No. To join OnlyFans.
Yeah. Is there another girl that you have your eye on, or just
Yeah. You want me to tell you who she is when we come back?
Sure.
All right. Get your perverts. Get your pens ready. This is a good one.
How much is this going to cost me?
I'm not allowed to do it. I already got yelled at last time.
Is she like a $13.99 girl? Is she a
Oh, they say she a
25?
13-year-old girl.
No,
I was like,
I mean,
Gio, what are you into?
But like a $5 a month girl, or not that much.
I got to be honest with you. I don't even know what her prices are. I
Yeah.
haven't taken it that far.
When you get to the girls that are like 25, $30 a month, now we're talking serious stuff.
Well, I will tell you, she's on Instagram.
I'll find her on Reddit.
I'll give you the Instagram name, and then we'll take it from there.
Okay.
All right, we'll do that when we come back. It's the Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone. Carmen, these people on hold, they still holding from the game before?
Well, we didn't pick a winner.
You didn't pick a line. Sorry.
You didn't pick a line.
I did not. No. There's a lot of stuff going on over here.
What's going on over there? I like your story better.
It's nothing major. There's some problems with Stream Guys, the thing that we use to put up stuff
They
on the
stink.
interweb, and it's not working. And then also there weren't carts that were scheduled for the after show. So I had to get that taken care of. So I've just been sending a lot of emails and stuff. So I did totally forget about the game and the winners. I do apologize.
I'm gonna pick two winners now.
Okay.
Hi, who's this?
This is Mark.
Mark, you're a winner. Please hold on, okay? He's on 2, Carmen.
Got it.
Hi, who's this?
Joe.
You're Joe. You're the other winner. I'm going to put you on hold. Give it a second. Carmen will grab you, okay?
Thanks, buddy.
Yep, you got it. 2 and 4, Carmen.
Got it.
That's it.
Who
Easy
the
as
hell?
that.
Who the hell didn't schedule carts?
Well, so there was like it was kind of up in the air whether someone was going to come in and do it live or this and that, and then on top of that, I think like all the people have meetings today. So when I
I didn't get invited to any meetings.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think John has meetings like on Wednesdays or something. So, and then like I said, and then the Stream Guys stuff was going on. So there's a lot, like just a lot of
Falling
people
apart, Carmen. It's falling
email.
apart.
I know, and my thing is, if I don't do it right away, then I will forget about it, and then at noon you'll be like, "Why isn't the stuff up on the website?"
True.
So I have to
In
make
that voice.
Yeah, so I have to make sure I send those emails to make sure that gets handled.
Okay.
So but the ticket winners, I will get those.
What was I going to say besides the OnlyFans chick? I had something else I was going to tell you guys. I started complaining about something, then I went to Carmen's complaints instead. Damn it.
I don't know.
I do not remember.
So I've only joined, I think, a total of 3 OnlyFans in my whole life. 2 were secret, and 1 I had permission from my wife. 1 I had to ask about, and then 1 was a listener. And then 1 was, I don't know, whatever the other one was, just pure curiosity. But I'm never communicated on OnlyFans with any of these girls. I just want to see what they look like naked.
Let's take a peek.
Yeah.
A look-see-loo.
Well, this one here has got me all bent out of shape, literally. I mean, she's twisty and
Definitely bending.
I tried to get her. She had an Instagram account where she would show her flexibility. She can put her legs behind her head.
Whoa.
She can put her head down by her crotch. She can just bend and stretch and reach for
So
the
this
stars.
is that same girl?
Yes. But now she's going deep on OnlyFans. And I tried to get her to come on down here for the circus so that she could perform this, stretchy acts on there, but we weren't able to get that done. And now she went from that to doing OnlyFans, and she stretched OnlyFans, and then her OnlyFans also says something about waterworks.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So now she's got more skills than I even knew about. Now I'd like to join that one, but I don't think my wife's going to spring for another $21 or whatever it is.
Right.
Now, is it because these girls are local or because just you're spending money on something you don't need to spend money on?
No, the only one I ever did that was local was Brittany. That girl is a listener of the show that fishes all the time. And that was just because I thought she was hot, but that was a long time ago. And then this girl I don't know where she lives. She lives somewhere else. I think it was Chicago or something. Remember, I found her for non-sexual reasons. I found her for her flexibility.
What's your wife's problem with it? Because you're paying for it?
I don't think she cares.
But
I don't care about the porn at all. She just doesn't want me paying for it. I think that's the problem.
You don't pay for the other ones anymore? The reoccurring?
No,
canceled?
I canceled. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, who's this girl?
All right, hold on. I gotta look it up again.
Let's get in there. Let's get in those DMs.
Okay. You want the Instagram?
Yeah.
Instagram is the THE Rachel RACHEL. Oh, I don't know. I'm just gonna spell it all out because it's Rachel Yvette. So it's the THE RACHELYVETTE. That's the Instagram.
Okay.
THERACHELYVETTE.
She comes right up because Mike follows her.
Yeah, it's right away. It says follow.
I mean, just scroll down a little bit and look at some of those flexible positions.
By the way, real quick.
Yeah.
Joe, did you just follow her?
I did.
Oh, you weren't already following her?
No.
Oh, okay, because I see that you're following her.
I wouldn't be mad at you, Joe. I would be proud of you.
Thank you, Michael.
Okay, so sorry, says I think she was in Chicago, but it says here she's in Arizona, so I have no idea.
Whoa! Wow!
right. You saw some stuff.
I just scrolled down. I was like, whoa!
Now imagine that naked.
Whoa!
Right? Thank you,
mean,
Gio. Thank you for backing me up on that.
But again, you could find that on Reddit
Doesn't
without paying for it.
I know, but I feel like this is the one that I want to see. You know what I'm saying? And also, Karen Fian made me feel real dumb when I told her I didn't never join her OnlyFans, but I've seen her BH before, and she's like, "Yeah, because you stole it from me." And she's like, "I'm like, you're right. I stole it from her by going to Reddit."
Wow.
But yeah, that is very impressive.
What are you looking at, Gio? Which one are you looking at? Yeah, right.
So Her face is not great.
Oh, I think she's adorable.
She's okay.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at her, but she's not like
no.
if she wasn't doing all the bendy stuff, you'd be like, yeah, another girl.
100%.
Right. She's a okay looking girl. Like I think she's cute.
Without the
She's
bendy,
got beautiful eyes.
without the bendy stuff, you just keep scrolling.
She also looks like she smells like cigarettes.
Yes.
Oh, I don't. You get that? I
Yeah.
feel like she smells like delicious shampoo.
No.
I feel like she could smell her own BH.
Like she has dirty ashtrays all over her apartment.
Why?
I'm disagreeing with Galvin.
Because she doesn't have gross teeth. She has really white teeth.
But her skin looks a little rough.
Yeah.
In the face.
Really?
Yeah.
I love how he knocked these broads
I
down.
know. You guys.
We're so perfect.
Unbelievable.
Listen, the bendy stuff is beyond impressive.
I'm looking at a picture of her in her gym clothes in the gym, and she's got a blue tank top. I mean, a blue bra, sports bra, and a pair of shorts.
My thing is she's okay. But when you say like, oh, this girl from Instagram, there are so many smoke shows on
That can
Instagram.
do this. I'm interested in this,
yeah,
and I don't want smoke show. I want average girl. I'm looking for average girls. Plenty of smoke shows are a dime a dozen.
Yeah.
That's not.
Yeah.
You would just keep scrolling.
But I want more girl next door than I want girl.
This is girl
from
down
a
the
magazine.
street. This is next
this is
door.
girl by the railroad tracks.
Girl down
Oh my God.
This is like, yeah.
I love her.
Now, does she do shows?
I don't know. What do I know? I'm new at this.
I don't know. You follow her.
I'm new at this. Meanwhile, he's been talking about her for the last 4 years.
Yeah.
I've never seen her do a show. I don't know what she does. I assume on her OnlyFans she does stuff, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Mike Calta Show, though.
What's up there? It's Medicine Man.
What's up, Medicine Man? Now is about more appropriate time for you to call in.
I know. You always said the best for last.
Exactly. What can we do for you?
Right. I don't know. Your transmitting tower has been working terrible the last 3 days.
I don't understand anything you just said.
I say your transmitting tower was working terrible the last few days.
Maybe it's your
Hard
old
to
ass
pick it up.
radio.
It's nothing my old ass radio. It's a new radio. It's a very expensive Yamaha receiver I have.
The simple fact
Have a
that you're
channel?
using a radio shows that it's old ass.
It's not old ass.
Yeah.
What do people do these days?
What kind of
internet?
You have an
Phone, stuff
iPhone?
like that?
You need an iPhone. You need to listen digitally to the show, or maybe on YouTube.
YouTube. I don't have YouTube
All
subscribe.
right.
Or
Well, then
anything like that.
you're outdated. You're outdated. You don't need to
I'm
subscribe.
not outdated. It should be picked up to your receiver, and I got a very expensive Yamaha receiver.
Do you have the internet in your home?
Yeah, I only to my phone.
No, you don't have a computer.
I don't have a computer.
What year
that
is it?
computer got used and it died.
What year is it that you don't have a computer? I don't even know how you survive.
I don't even have a computer.
Well, I can't help you. Sorry. You're below our listening grade. You should be ingesting the show through some sort of digital medium. Through your phone, through a computer, through some sort of digital receiver, through a stereo. You can't get mad at a transistor radio for not bringing in the right signal. I mean,
Yeah.
It could be atmospheric conditions. It could be anything.
Could be bees.
Could be bees. Bees have stopped a broadcast before.
You turned your toaster oven on. and
Yeah.
took too
Your
much
hair
power.
is getting some signals from Pensacola that it shouldn't be picking up. What do I know? What are you
Whoa.
seeing, Gio? What do you got? I watch Gio's face as he looking at Flexi Racing.
Yeah.
He's getting very excited.
I'm looking at her OnlyFans and
Yeah.
what it costs a month.
What is it?
It's right now. She's running a great deal. $11 for 30 days.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's less than $1 a day.
Yeah, she's an $11 girl, though. I think.
Okay, but
You
at
know?
least she's like, look, I'm an $11 girl. I'm charging $11.
You know, they'll give you like a little bit of like the post,
Yeah.
like the most recent post. I cannot repeat this on the air.
Oh, really?
We would be fired and canceled within 30 seconds.
Is it about her Tinder date?
No.
Oh, I saw one where she apparently had a good time with her Tinder date.
This is about something that she can do.
Oh yeah.
That is wow.
Is it involved
can
for
she do?
flexibility?
Yes.
And she her own.
No.
Oh, okay.
Even well. I can't even say.
Oh,
it.
God, show me with your hands.
I can't even say.
Show
it.
me with your hands.
No, I can't.
Why?
There's no way to show that. with
I
my
want to
hands.
know though.
No.
Something she can do to herself or to somebody else.
Yes.
What? Herself?
I don't want to say it. I'm going to send it to the group. I can't say this.
I'm joining it today.
$11.
I got $11.
All right, here I'm going to send it to the post. There it is. Sent. I don't know how to say that on the radio
All right, I'm a pro.
without being fired.
I'm a pro. I can do this. Let me see.
I mean, yeah.
That's Oh no.
Maybe you could translate. Do you see it, Carmen?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's where the water part comes in her name.
We're gonna
Excellent timing. Carmen.
Shut it down.
Excellent timing.